other stuff. Not this. I'm going to turn off everything else, but
Yeah.
I'll have ours do it.
Yeah.
But,
Huh. Good deal. I don't know.
there we go.
Okay. Yeah, he hasn't even looked at my message yet. He looked at my other message I sent him earlier, but he didn't reply.
There he
to it.
is.
There's
There
Grim.
he is.
There's Grim. The Grimbo.
Grimbo.
Are we live yet?
Yes, we are live.
Yeah.
Oh, so I can't call you.
No. We're and people we got actually the Dorkening is already Dorkening Network is actually already sharing it out, which is pretty sweet. So yeah.
But I wanted to call him a douche.
Anyway. So yeah.
All right. I can't see it.
Okay.
Did you put on your makeup, Grim?
His makeup.
Dude, don't push me, because if I go back and forth, I'm going to say something that will get us in trouble.
Oh, he's a little loud.
Because I bust balls, dude.
Yeah, you might want to turn
So-
it down a little bit.
Don't say anything so I don't bust any balls. As small as yours are.
That's,
Busty balls is fine. I was just talking about for your camera.
yeah.
I'm not using my camera.
Ooh, yeah. Turn him down a little bit. Holy
so
shit. Holy.
I
shit.
literally never use my camera.
All right, there we go. Hold on. Grim talk.
Hello?
Talk more like a sentence.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright,
Yeah, you used your camera last week.
alright. I don't have anything good to say, douche nugget. Like, I got nothing, man.
Okay, that's
I
good.
got
No.
nothing.
Okay, he's good now.
You're good.
Yeah, he's good now. Okay, cool. Everybody's level. Level.
So Call of Duty's kind of terrible, dude. I'm having fun with it, but screw these guys.
We have a lot to talk about. We have a lot of.
Like, I'm getting so goddamn annoyed with the aim assist,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
the bugs, the crashing.
But wait. Just that's gonna be most of the podcast.
It's going to be a big portion, so just hold your
Yeah.
thought.
All right, good,
Yeah.
because I haven't eaten yet anyway, so I got to get off at 7.
All right.
Because I had to go do laundry because of stuff that happened in my house. We don't want to deal with
Mm-hmm.
crazy people from upstairs. So I've been out. I just got home like a half an hour ago.
Okay.
Dude, I walked up to Alex and I went, "Hey, Alex, do you know how to play chess? Because I'm thinking about putting together a dungeon in which you guys have to play chess against like a guardian.
That would
in
be
order
cool.
To gain their respect, right?" And
Ooh.
he turns and goes, "I'm like one step away from master, dude."
Oh,
And I'm like, "Oh, so in other words, you're just gonna ruin this entire dungeon in like 2 minutes."
good.
Okay. So I have to make it a little more difficult somehow, or else you guys will just ride on his coattails the entire time in this thing.
Make it like Stratego or something.
No, I think it's gonna be chess, but I'm just gonna make it where each one of you are controlling a different piece.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not gonna allow you to be like. I'm not gonna allow him to give you orders on where to move your stuff because he has to play it like the character.
Okay.
And that way he can just play, and it won't be like him going, "Now move there, move there." Oh, checkmate.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I know.
Because he'll checkmate this shit right away, and I'm not down for that.
All right, let's see here. Let me get into Facebook.
Gotta
I am actually impressed with.
make sure the Dragon Quest session is ready.
I am impressed with Face ID since I last seen it like ages ago.
Oh yeah.
Like I barely even know it's there. You mean it is actually faster than fingerprint?
Oh no, it is.
I'm like, holy shit.
I'm not sure if I trust it yet.
So yeah.
Dude, the next time we start a campaign, I am 100% getting people to make their characters in D&D Beyond.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
The importer's so freaking good, dude. I have 2,000 creatures in Foundry now.
Oh no shit.
Yeah. All sorted by CR level. And I've got like roughly 800 850 magic items too. Because I've been buying books. They were on sale, so I picked up like 3 books.
Oh.
20% off.
Did you see the full trailer to Mario? It just went live. Well,
To what?
I was before I came here. Nintendo Direct was live.
Oh really?
Yeah, with the
It's
new
about
trailer.
Mario.
With the new trailer,
Oh, I had no idea.
looks really good. Looks really good. Like, it's funny because everybody I know says the same thing. They're excited about the movie. They're just pissed that it's Chris Pratt, and I'm like, yeah, that's the same thing I say. It looks really good. Every actor in there is great voice, except for Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt is the oddball out. Like,
he didn't. Well, we didn't hear much of his talking in it, but he didn't make himself have an accent. Why couldn't it have just been the guy?
But there is like 1,000. There's 1,000
dude,
people.
Stop. He doesn't have the accent because they told him he can't do the accent.
Oh yeah.
No,
yeah,
but like
probably.
there is.
You know
there-
damn well.
How
They
many?
told him don't do it or you'll be canceled, so he didn't do it.
How many great?
And I think he would be perfectly fine. He probably can do the accent really well.
How many great
But they won't let him do it.
Italian American actors are there? There's so many.
Oh, yeah,
There's so many.
It's because Chris Pratt's big right now.
Yeah, but that's everybody. That's the number one complaint. If you look even on like people talking about the movie,
Nate, that
is Chris
complaint's there
Pratt.
because people get their panties in a twist. Nobody cares. He will draw money to the movie.
Yeah.
They want it to be a success. Okay? If they don't want it to be a bomb like some crappy Disney movie that no one went to see because nobody in it anybody knows.
No,
but
I
they
know.
casted the right people for the right part.
Anna Taylor-Joy
He's-
is like the main. I think that's what's going to draw a lot of people.
What?
Anna Taylor-Joy, she is like huge
No,
right now.
the person that's going to draw the money will be Chris Pratt. I hate to break it to you, it's Chris Pratt.
No.
Yes, it is, dude. He draws
It
money
is.
with everything.
Yeah.
Like, I hate to break it to you, but he makes a ton of money on movies. All three both the Guardians movies, they're good movies. The other people are entertaining. You can ask 95% of the fans, and if they're not fake, they'll be like, "Yeah, Chris Pratt got me into that movie."
Well, I like those. I don't mind those movies, but he's the reason why I don't like. They're not my like. I don't really like them that much. It's because of him.
Dude, you are a contrarian, Nate.
I
You are an
hate
outlier.
He's a terrible
That's
actor.
the point.
He's a terrible
You
actor.
are an outlier.
Anyway, we'll get into
I
that
mean,
later.
you're bringing up someone no one's even heard of. What was this person's name again?
Anna Taylor-Joy.
Oh yeah, she was
Who?
in.
Anna Taylor-Joy.
What
Anna?
about her? What is she in?
She's been in a ton of shit lately.
No, I know, but what's that have to do with
Let's
Mario?
Just
She's
see her
Princess
lineup
Peach.
of movies
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
That,
Oh, I didn't know.
that
Yeah.
is going to draw people to the theater.
That movie that she first that time travel timey movie, it was freaking great.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was called, but where she was like, it was like the girl that
okay,
was in college.
literally no. Okay, no.
She was also
I'm not
the
making
chess
fun
girl.
Of her. I'm not making fun of her, but this is exactly why you're wrong, Nate. Okay. The Northman, not a smash hit. She's in that. The Queen's Gambit, not a smash hit. She was in that. Peaky Blinders, not a smash hit. I love that show. She was in that. Amsterdam, The Menu. None of these movies are smash hit
Actually-
movies. They may
actually-
be good movies with good acting, but
Actually,
she's
her-
not the draw. He's
Actually-
the draw. That's why they got
Actually,
it.
her best role, I think, is The Witch, which was really good.
Yeah, but my point is I'm not talking about her acting. I'm saying star power. She does not have the star power to drag people to the theater as the lead of a show. And you're sitting there being a contrarian and being like, yes, she's it's all they're gonna go see her. 95% of these people won't even know who she is until they see her, but they know Chris Pratt's name. It's kind of like people are like, well, I like Bryce Dallas Howard. Everybody likes her, yes, but nobody went to see the new Jurassic Park remake because she was in it. They heard Chris Pratt was in it and went, oh, I like Chris Pratt and I love Jurassic Park, and went to see it.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard Chris Pratt and I went, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, because like I said, you gotta pretend to be all edgy.
You used to be. I hear iPhone and I'm good, but we'll get to that.
Yes, we will get to that. We will get to that. Oh, man.
Nate's got to be all edgy. He's got to look for someone that's non-existent and then push them as existent.
Ay, ay. Anyway. Okay. So, we're all set up, we're ready to go. We got all the shit.
Yeah, looks like we're ready.
Okay.
I don't know what the other links are that they're streaming to.
I skipped a week of D&D and I forgot how to do shit.
Oh, yeah. So,
It's like, I don't know where these are. Oh, but there are. It tells you how many people are.
it does up there. Total?
Well, the one on here, one on here.
Oh, okay,
Session
okay,
guide.
okay.
All right.
Okay, I see what
Where
you're
were
saying.
we?
That's kind of cool.
The forest is done.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
The master's
cool.
office is done.
Yeah.
All right, let me go shut his camera stuff off then. Where did I put it?
If I was aware, I would have prettied myself up, dude. I just got home. I'm tired. I'm
Well,
showered.
that was the joke when I said it the other day.
Dude, I thought you were just joking because you know I never use my damn camera. So I expected you were just goofing.
No.
Oh,
No. I was being serious.
because I never use it. I'll use it next week, and I'll keep using it.
All right.
The elevator to hell. With the little ding, the thing.
That was funny. Yeah.
I put a ding in, Nate, so when this elevator showed up and the guy came out to bring them down the Drom's like God's universe.
yeah.
And every time the elevator moved, I had a little sound effect that went
Going down.
and then we went to a movie lot and groupies attacked Drom, and I had the Minotaur guard start like slaughtering groupies because it's hell.
Oh, yep.
So why would they let them live? So they were just killing him. And Drom is like, good day, hello.
You got to get like the elevator voice from the Marriott.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. If I had started streaming this Dragon Quest 1 from the beginning, I think this thing is pure gold. If we could get 100,000 people to watch one session, like if they watched that session we did the other night, we'd retain 30% of it at least. I think that session was so goddamn funny that if people knew the background of the characters, they'd be losing it.
Yeah.
It's depressing that we didn't choose to stream this one. I hope we can get Wild Arms going the same way, but this Dragon Quest team is really coming to its own with the hilarity of the characters. Arguing with Alex about magic is so goddamn fun. And listening to the group trying to convince him it exists is so fun. And it's only going to get worse. We started coming up with merchandise at work today. I was like, what if we had it's a field of mushrooms, except they all had Kevin's face on them?
Oh, jeez. It's like the packaging.
Yeah. or like take Toad from Mario Kart and put him on a couch and fatten him up a little bit, and then just give him Kevin's face.
Yeah. That's one thing. It seems like they're adding like Mario Kart, Smash Brothers. They're adding like all the Mario games in that movie.
Good.
I was like, holy crap.
That'd be different.
Yeah.
Well, you got to hit everything.
So, even like Mario Galaxy and stuff, it's like all going to be in there. Like, holy crap.
The headmaster's office is done.
So, yeah.
Belt to Babs
But of course, I'm way more excited for The Grinch now. I saw that trailer too. I'm way more
What,
excited.
now they could do. What did it go open source or whatever?
What?
Is that why they can do that?
What?
Make a Grinch movie.
Oh, make a Grinch
Evil
movie.
Grinch movie. I think it went.
Yes. So
what do they call it?
Yeah, the copyright, whatever whatever it is, had dropped off from Seuss. I'm pretty sure.
From Seuss.
Seuss, Dr. Seuss. Which people don't know about. It's like, he has a gallery. Well, he's dead, but I think the gallery still exists. I think you can still see it. Called the Night Paintings or the Night Cat Paintings or something like that. It's called, and they're really cool paintings. Like it's the other side of Dr. Seuss, like of his artwork. Like he did a lot of dark artwork, and it was really good. It's really really good. So yeah, people don't know that though. But it's some really good shit.
So, right before we start, LGR, I was watching a video. He was doing his like unboxings where he gets gifts. People send him stuff. Ernest Klein is a huge fan of his channel.
Oh,
and he sent him all 3 of his books. But it was funny because he sent him in an Adidas box.
oh.
Like a
But I figure
Adidas
LGR
box.
probably would have read all his books already.
Well, he listened to them all.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
They're great audiobooks. They are
yeah.
great audiobooks.
Yeah, but he was like, "Oh, yeah, Ernie Klein," and he autographed everyone.
Oh,
It's pretty neat.
nice.
And he gave him a Star Wars book from way back that just talked about what a computer is.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah. All right, let's do this.
Let's go live.
Intro. Hello, everybody. This is the Tech Prime Media Podcast, and we're going to start with talking gaming and tech in one moment.
Welcome, everybody, back to Talking Gaming and Tech. And this week is an exciting week. We have a lot of changes that have happened over the last, it's been, 4 weeks since we've done a podcast because of all the hiccups from holidays and Black Friday and all that stuff.
Yep.
So, We have a lot of announcements, and we also have a lot of gaming news this week, mostly with Warzone, because Warzone has started up and it is very active, and a lot of people are playing it, and there's a lot of glitches. There's all the fun and bells and all that.
Understatement.
Yes, so we have all that going on, along with other news. Microsoft experimenting with trying to read people's emotions, and another country is about to ban loot boxes. So that is going to be fun. And on the second half of the podcast, we are going to get into Android and iOS, and what my opinion has very much changed since the last podcast we did. And a lot of you will be surprised if you've been listening to this podcast for a long time, because it's been 12 years. 12 years on Android. Not so much anymore. So, shocking. Yes. But, so the big announcement, we are now part of the Dorkening Network. And this was a great thing. So this was awesome. The Dorkening Podcast Network, great group of people. We got to talk to, meet them all. You've already been listening to some of them, like Steve and Christina from Super Retro Throwback Reviews. And if you don't know who he is, well, here he is.
And we're the hosts of the Super Retro Throwback Reviews audio podcast.
If you like to hear the latest pop culture news with some smart-ass commentary as well as the latest movie reviews, then check us out.
Not to mention, we are a multi-award nominated and now an award-winning podcast. So we're doing something right.
God knows how that happened.
So check us out on all major podcasts and distributors, and check out Super Retro Throwback Reviews on all social media platforms. Hey, what's going on? I'm Steven.
So that was Steve and Christina's podcast, Super Retro Throwback Reviews. If you have not checked it out, go check out that podcast. We've known Steven for a long time. You've seen him on this podcast before a really long time ago. I think he's also been in a couple of our videos over on YouTube and on over our Mr. Ben's channel, Only Clowns. Used to be Beg589. So I think he was on a couple of his videos as well. But he's been doing that podcast for a very long time. Does a great job. Go check him out. And he was one of the main components of that kind of introduced us to the Dorkening Network, which was really cool. So thank you, Stephen. And so in future, you're going to be seeing, obviously, we're going to be part of that, and we're going to be kind of, it's a great community, just in general. So
Yeah, they're nice guys too.
yeah, so it's cool to kind of get part of a network that shares a lot of like-minded, things in general. Like, we talk about tech. It's called the Dorkening Podcast. What do you think? These bunch of people that are, very into pop culture, horror, technology, in general. There's Joe, that is Nintendo.
Yeah.
I can't even talk today. Nintendo,
What's new, dude?
yeah. So he does. There's another podcast we'll be showing a little bit later too. He has a podcast that's actually really good as well. So he was another one that actually also introduced us. So we'll get into that. But first, before any of that, because a lot has happened since then. So what has everybody been up to?
D&D. You roll some dice. D&D.
Okay.
Sometimes it's nice.
Anyway.
Yeah, we've been I've just been building a lot of content, so I'm trying to get out ahead of every session,
Yeah.
so that I can then go back and rework each session as we get closer, because that seems to be allowing me to adjust certain stuff. So I've been doing that. We just had a session last week, which was freaking amazing for Dragon Quest, or like the week before. And I've been playing a lot of Tactics Ogre Reborn. That's basically been what I'm doing.
Nice. So
Watching Trailer Park Boys, stupid crap like that.
yeah, Bazinga.
I've been playing Call of Duty, which
yes.
we'll get into later.
Oh yeah, we played Call of Duty.
I've been playing all of that. Setting up this new stuff.
Yes.
There's
Yes, we have some new tools actually to our disposal.
Yeah.
Which is very helpful. If anybody doesn't know, and you're listening to this in post, we do stream live, and we are streaming to like 3 times as many platforms that we used to now that we have this tool, which is really, really useful to people that want to join us live. And I know there are some people out there that like watching and listening to podcasts live. I listen to a few podcasts live. And it's just kind of fun because you can interact with the host, especially if they are actually active with the chat. Not all of them are, but it is fun.
And if you want to be active in the chat, your best bet is to go to our Twitch channel or our Facebook
Yes.
and go in there because I can follow it.
Yeah, because we can actually monitor a little easier.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future we can get somebody to actually just monitor that on the side, but that's a matter of getting
just
more
kidnap
monitors
them.
and stuff.
Yeah, Johnny.
So
Time
yeah.
up in Bazinga's basement.
Basement. I don't have a basement.
Yeah, there's
I have a
no-
crawl space.
There's
That's
no
the
base.
joke of it, dude.
There's no basement here.
Put him underneath the house and make him type and monitor.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, he'll get a Wi-Fi with his, he'll use his Note 9. that he's
Yes,
got.
it's Note 9. Anyway,
But yeah, that's it for me. I've been watching some stuff,
watching some stuff.
but that's the other half.
Okay, yeah. So, obviously, I've been just like, obviously working like a crazy amount because of just Black Friday and all that fun stuff. And also just been playing Call of Duty, like just playing Warzone since it launched. Which is actually it's a lot of fun. There is a major, and we'll get into it, but there is a major problem with their netcode or whatever's happening. But there are some super lags, even just random glitches all the time.
It's not some.
so-
I'm finding it in every game, depending on who
Yeah.
I'm shooting at.
Yeah, it's
Some people no problem. Other people skipping around all day.
yeah. And I've seen it on other people's live stream too, and I'm like, okay, well, so that's what it is though. For now, it just launched.
Yeah.
Which ain't too bad, but other than that,
No excuse with a company like Activision. They have the money. There's no excuse for that to run like that.
oh yeah. But it's a matter of time.
Basically, because it's the same engine, it's the same everything. You know
Well,
what I mean?
well, the thing is, I know on the networking side of it and what's going on, and I can see what's going on, and it's not the game. It's really not the game that's doing this. The game is actually running fine because when it's running great. The glitches we're seeing is actually from the network, so it's from the server side.
Well,
where
that's
it's
kinda
from-
what- that's-
it's from their host.
Like we'll get into that after, but it's kind of we were talking to Woody about that. He was saying it's because they're having the same issue with that other game that came out,
Over crap.
Overwatch 2.
Oh yeah,
yeah, whatever. Yeah,
yeah. It's the servers, and it's whatever protocol and stuff they're using on these new servers.
But there are other things that we'll get into
yes, yeah.
because
So,
yeah,
yeah, and obviously,
Design choices.
big thing changed for me, and we'll get into that is, what is that? Well, you'll see
I'm
that later.
surprised it's not bursting into flames because like you are so against Apple and iPhones.
Well, yeah. Well,
All right,
Don't you know his
The more-
his
the more things
stances
change.
change.
the
Yeah.
more things change, the more things change. Anyway, so let's get into. So this holiday season, what are you going to get for Mr. Little Johnny? Well, he might need a hoodie.
Mr. Little John.
Mr. Little Johnny, he might need a hoodie, but
So
but
many jokes.
not-
Must resist.
not for Little Johnny though, but for his Xbox controller. What?
You give him a PlayStation controller to put next to it, so he learns his wrongs.
Yes.
This was just a little quick thing. I was, seeing what was going on, and because we've been through it's been Black Friday and
It looks like a
Cyber
hoodie.
Monday. So Xbox literally put out a hoodie for your Xbox controller.
It looks like a hoodie for like those like My Life dolls.
Yeah, or the American Doll.
Yeah,
or you,
yeah.
put your. You put your hands in there. I just don't get it. Like, why? What is going
Like
on?
I said, desperation, dude.
It's so.
Trying to
it's so
cater to
bad.
anybody they can.
Keep your hands warm while you're gaming. I don't know.
Yeah, where you gaming. But
Anyway,
I thought that was weird.
that is silly.
Like, we used to do a thing on our podcast where we would talk about some weird product.
Yes,
That
we-
goes right on there.
Oh yeah, that was
like, what
definitely.
the hell?
Yeah, we did the weird product of the week. We need number. Yeah. Oh man.
All right.
All right. So Australia's bill could ban kids from buying loot boxes. So the Australian government may pass a bill that would restrict video games with loot boxes to adults only, essentially banning kids from purchasing them. The controversy about loot boxes and whether they are safe, fair, or more akin to gambling has been an ongoing problem for a long time. So
Please ban it.
we saw, yeah, I would love it banned. Like it was Hawaii, was the last one we really talked about. That was a big thing that was going on.
Hawaii out of
Yeah, there was it was a senator out of Hawaii or something. I don't remember. But I remember there was a big part of it. Legislation about the continuous money making scheme had been limited primarily to Asian countries until Belgium made loot boxes in video games illegal in 2018. Okay, it was Belgium. That was the last time we talked about that. Was
yeah.
Okay.
Belgium, please remember we're here.
Well, and we've seen. Dying over here.
Jeez,
Anyway.
me, are you dying, man?
Yeah. And we've seen what happened with those countries is that they literally just stopped releasing those games in those countries.
Yeah, that's what I meant when I said, because like I expect they don't sell much in Belgium.
No, they do.
You know what I mean?
No,
like
they
the
do.
market's not big enough.
No, they actually it was when we covered the study. It was actually fairly lucrative. The percentages were
Yeah,
pretty
well,
high.
lucrative because you can rip people because they're ripping people off with the boxes. But I'm saying if you take the boxes out of the equation, they go back to selling a small amount of games there.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying
yeah,
the
yeah.
game market, like Activision's market, is probably so small there that if you take the loot boxes out of the equation, they're just not going to bother putting the game out over there.
Yeah.
But they're not going to do that in another place because they're
it's
definitely not going to
it's-
mess with it over here.
It's not a big enough impact. And the thing is though,
Yeah.
it's gaining more and more ground, and there are a number of U.S. senators that actually still are on that want to get it banned, and it still could happen.
Yeah, I would expect if it was to happen over here, they would panic and just go back to scamming people with Call of Duty in other ways,
In other ways.
which we'll get to.
Yes, which we'll get to.
Oh man. Anyway.
This whole entire podcast intro is foreboding.
So I guess some Overwatch 2 players want them to bring back loot boxes. I have no idea why. I think they're on drugs. Anyway. Australia is the latest country.
Yeah, the drug of loot boxes.
Yeah, it is a little ridiculous though, but it is. If you do actually do the research by the numbers, the chances of you actually getting something somewhat worth it they're super null. You might as well just waste that money and go get a lottery ticket because you actually have a better chance of winning the lottery. So, yeah, it's ridiculous.
Viva La Dirt League did a really good video based on like loot boxes where he was trying to progress in the game, and it was like, oh no, you gotta get to level 2, but the only way you're gonna do that is if you get these what are they, like diamonds or something.
Yep.
And you have one in he had like 450, you only need 50 more, and it was 1 in 4 chance or something of getting it from killing a rat. So it was like killing the rat, and then oh, there you go, you got one. He's like, all right, boom, his sword breaks. He's like, I need my sword repaired. Oh, good. Well, that's gonna cost you some gamer points. For only $5.99, you can get this many gamer points to repair your sword. He's like, fine, I'll just use my bow. He's like, all right. And he goes to use his bow. He has no arrows. I need some arrows. Oh yeah, that'll only be 300. And he's like, oh, god damn
I
it.
am literally existing in that right now because I am 100 COD points for being able to just buy the pass for free.
Yep.
And it
Oh,
will
yeah.
require me another week and a half of nonstop play to get that 100 points.
Yes.
I'm surprised you got that many points.
I
Yeah.
had $4 on my Blizzard account, so I bought two $2 fucking things.
He
Forget it.
sold out.
Oh.
Yeah, they were already on there, dude. I wasn't
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
use
yeah,
it
yeah.
for anything else.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, it's
man.
just funny.
You can kiss my ass. I'm tired of the crap they're pulling with those guns, which we'll talk about.
I already have enough points for the
Well,
next
I
one.
had because I hadn't bought a battle pass because, Modern Warfare, the other one, I bought the premium edition, right? So I began with the battle pass.
Yeah.
So I was able, from that point on, I had enough. You earned enough COD points every season to buy the next battle pass. So I never bought the battle pass. And I didn't buy a battle pass in a while because I wasn't after I maxed out every gun and everything, I wasn't really as super interested.
Yeah.
And I didn't play Warzone as much. So as soon as I started up
And
this
you never played Vanguard, so.
no, so as soon as I started up this game, I had way more than enough points. I was like, okay, give me the battle pass. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I bought the special edition
I'm
or
not
whatever.
impressed, Nate.
So I could play the campaign early.
Yeah.
So it came with Battle Pass.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, and that's the nice thing. If you actually, you do get rewarded for playing, which is kind of a nice thing. If you actually do play it, you can just get the battle pass for free. You just have to play it, and it doesn't require a terrible amount of money. I mean, not money, amount of time, because I was only playing like Call of Duty like a few hours, like every couple days at the time. So
Yeah.
I mean,
well, if you have it,
yes,
like if you own the game, you get extra XP for like the gear.
yes, you do. But I have a ton of that already.
Oh yeah, I got tons of it. But
And if
like
you
with
actually-
Grim, he doesn't own the game, so it's going to take him a little bit longer.
And once you prestige, you get a complete current extra 10% on tokens.
Oh, do
Permanent-
you?
Permanently.
Oh, because I prestiged a
You
few days
get
ago.
like that's like permanent after you prestige. It's permanent extra 10% on all tokens. So once you prestige, but there's crazy. There's people up to like level almost 200 and shit already.
It's like ridiculous. Like
So
People have issues.
yeah. And I was playing a lot. I was trying to be one of them.
yeah, I
And-
think I'm level like 81 right now.
Ugh, jeez.
So
But yeah, loot boxes suck.
yeah, they need to go away, and it's just a matter of time. The same thing, and that's a whole other topic with mobile gaming. Something needs to happen with that, but that's a whole other discussion.
Yeah.
So let's get into, since we're talking about Call of Duty, let's get into Call of Duty Warzone 2 review.
If I had a button, it would be Call of Duty, like with
Call
an
of
echo.
Duty. So I would say my first impressions was I was fairly excited, and it ran really well for the beginning. I was excited about the Gulag thing, which is really cool, but after you get into it and realize the overall aspect of how the new Gulag works, you realize it's a really
The
bad
amount of
idea.
cheese.
Yeah, it's a really, really bad idea. It's a great concept on paper. And at first glance, it's really gimmicky. And you're like, oh, this is really cool. I can, especially if you're playing with teams and you're like, you get into the Gulag with your friend, you're like, okay, let's take these guys out, which is really cool. That's great. But there's a lot of downsides to it. We'll get to that in a second. I really like the map. I think the map is actually fairly well designed. There's a lot of cover.
I haven't even seen the whole map yet.
There's a lot of cover. Like, there's not too many areas where there's not, which is cool. You can actually get to cover pretty easy. You don't have to
And
expose
it's-
yourself so
it's
much.
very hilly. Like
It's
in
very
areas.
hilly,
Some
yes.
areas you're climbing a lot.
The observatory is like super high up.
Yeah, yeah.
Holy crap, that is high up.
Grim and I experienced that firsthand. Yeah. We'll talk about the good, and then we'll talk about all the bad.
All the bad,
You
yeah.
guys give your opinions, and then I'll give my opinion.
I don't like the fact that they brought like the boxes, the loadout crates are too easy to get. They're too easy. Like if you play and you go to more of the outskirts, okay. If you notice the loadouts tend to drop near players, and I've seen this every time. Every time I've gone on my own and like outskirted to get to the circle instead of like coming straight in, it's always dropped like literally 2 feet away from me. And I'm like,
I don't think I've ever gotten a loadout.
And I'm like, okay, cool, thank you.
I've bought my gun. but-
And it's fair. Well, what I do because I play solos, is I go right to the safes. I'll get safes right away. I'll get 3, and I can go and buy each. Just getting 3 safes, I can go and buy 2 primary weapons, which is my primary and my secondary.
Yeah.
Because I put my secondary on a second primary load anyway.
yeah. That's what I do.
So, and that's fairly quick. I can do that fairly easy. Or if I don't, and I can just scout skirt and don't really get into much action, I can actually get the loadout crate fairly easy. So I think that it is still fairly easy. I think personally, maybe keep the guns, keep being able to buy the guns, raise the price up, raise the price to 10,000 for one gun. Okay, so you can't get a full loadout no matter what kind of thing, unless you really, really are looting like crazy for money.
Right, this is completely
so-
delusional.
And then the second thing is get rid of the just dropped loadouts completely.
I've never gotten a drop.
They
They've
may,
never
and,
dropped me
and
a-
maybe do it more like PUBG 1, like somewhere near the middle of the map where they know a lot of people are going to try to shoot each other out. Because I think that's a big problem too. Is that too many drop? It needs to be just one.
But we're supposed to be talking about the positive at the moment. Come on.
we have to talk about the positive.
Positive.
So
That's not positive. That's what you want to change, man.
The looting was fine. I did have to change one mechanic in the control settings to actually make it feel like the original Warzone because it didn't feel smooth, and I got to actually feel smooth.
Now, what is that?
What's weird is, okay, so I can't remember the name of the setting, but it's funny because you actually have to change it in the controller setting, not the keyboard and mouse thing. You
All
have
right.
to actually have to go to the controller and change this option. All of a sudden, looting goes way smoother.
Now, what's the problem with looting? What were you having trouble with?
Like basically, it wasn't like when you're clicking F to loot, it wasn't doing it every time.
Oh, okay.
It isn't normally picking up, and then it just auto picks up random. I'm like, okay, what are you doing here?
I think it auto
It does
picks up
auto
stuff
pick.
that you're carrying already,
It does.
but
But it seemed very hectic, and
yeah.
the F thing doesn't seem like it was barely working. And I was like, okay.
so
what
what's
is
the
going
thing
on?
that you turned on, like auto pickup?
No, it basically changes the priority of how it reads the pickup button,
Okay,
and it allows it to be the priority
all right.
kind of thing. So, yeah, and it worked actually really well. So that was fine. So in general, I've had a lot of fun, and I think like aside from the glitches, it's a lot of fun. I'm hoping they will fix that, and like we were talking about, it is a problem in general on the server side. And yeah, I do like the fact that like, and if the game would be so balanced, I think if they just got rid of just in general being able to buy your weapon or getting a loadout crate, I think it would be really balanced. It would be super balanced.
Well,
Because the weapons they give you are very like there's barely any.
Weapons
There's,
they give you are absolute crap. And it's
Yeah.
no, well, they have like 2 or 3 mods on them.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
it's intentional. Now, can I get to my point?
Yes.
Okay. Game's crap. No. The game's all right, but a couple of things. One, it's a lie that people are telling you it's weightier. It feels weightier because the weapons you're getting in the drops, like the getting on the map, are terrible. They're specifically designed to be terrible because they want you to either buy the game or farm out drop the things so you can buy your loadout gun. If you watch any streamer or you play at all with a weapon you've had leveled up, like I finally have a weapon with some attachments on it, it's like a goddamn laser, just like the other game. The gun almost barely moves. So when I fire, I have no recoil because I have all the attachments. The guns you get are almost always missing attachments, so you get just these guns that just terrible freaking recoil. So when you go out, when you're running around like me, who didn't buy the game, on that map, even opening red crates, I am almost always getting a gun that's so shit that if I fire at someone, if I don't have perfect aim, my gun's just gonna jiggle right off of them.
Well,
because
no,
of the recoil.
I can say the one gun that actually is almost like a laser that is actually get on the map and it is fairly common is the Hurricane. And if
Oh, yeah.
you don't have anything else, that thing is like a laser, and it's a really good starting
it's
gun.
an overall design problem but I feel like it's intentional because they're trying to get you go, hey, look, buy the game, you can make a loadout, then you can buy your loadout gun, and you won't have this problem.
Well, they're a business.
Because
They want to make money, obviously, but
dude, they make stop. You're defending Call of Duty. They make so much money that they don't have to do that sleaziness because you're gonna play the game. Like,
Yeah,
as
but
a
playing the
person-
game doesn't make them money.
yeah, you just playing Warzone for free doesn't make that money.
No, but you'll buy other stuff. Do I have to point out League of Legends? People spend billions of dollars on skins and it does nothing for you.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
And they
I know.
never charge you to buy a champion. You could buy the champion pretty easily.
Yeah.
I have enough money in that game on my character to buy like 9 brand new champions before I run out.
Yeah.
Brand
All I'm
shiny
saying
new.
all I'm saying is that they don't need to go every weapon in these crates is absolute crap so that you get frustrated until you build up a weapon that's high enough that you can call it in and buy it. Also, the idea of charging 10,000 is, again, that's incredibly stupid because that means people like me who don't buy the game are at an even bigger disadvantage because now no one wants to spend 10K on a loadout weapon because that's money to revive people to buy UAVs. 4K or 5K, that's even 5K is pushing it because the pros are dropping in with good and getting good weapons immediately and then lasering people down all over the place.
No, I know,
So
but
people like me,
I'm saying 10K so that if you are playing in teams, you were going to choose your teammate that needs to be revived over a weapon.
you're gonna, dude, you're trying to fix a problem that can't be fixed. Douchebags play this game. You are not going to drop in on a 4-man squad with people you don't know, no matter how much it costs to buy that gun. Unless if they have the money, they will ignore you and buy that gun instead of bringing you back.
No, you're
Even
right.
if it costs 10K, I've had it happen so many times where they refuse to res people because they want to buy whatever at the shop.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get around that because if there's one thing I've noticed since I started playing this game with Bazinga, is that everybody in that game thinks they're hot shit at all times. So they all think they can land by themselves and fight a team. so they don't care about working with you and they don't care about using money to back you up. So you always end up with that crap. They can do nothing about that.
Yeah.
But
That's
as
good.
for the game itself, except for the lie that someone told me the game was more weighty, because now that I'm playing it, I see people hopping and gunning people down.
Yeah.
It feels like Call of Duty. The game is not bad, but it's a laggy, crashing piece of crap in that regard. And again, they come up with these ideas, but they don't fully test them. They try to like blow people's minds. So they're like, Gulag, now you set up with 2 people. It's so cool, right? And I'm like, yeah, except for the asshole that's pissed off about something and stays AFK at the start of the damn Gulag, and I'm fighting 2v1.
Yeah,
Or the other team where the guy puts his gun away and runs circles around the pole and you can't catch him, and because it's not hard to do. I've done it, and they just run circles around until the jailer comes up, and then you both lose.
yeah, they
But
yeah.
if you somehow kill the jailer together, you all win.
Well, not just
Yes.
the jailer, but like the timer. I've seen people run the clock. I've
Yeah.
seen people gather smoke bombs and just smoke out everywhere and run circles around the place so they couldn't be caught by the one guy left
Yeah.
until the timer ran out, just so they would both lose because
Yeah.
they think it's funny. And you thought
Yeah.
it would be smart to give people the option to troll like that
Yeah,
in your game.
And the thing is, too, what they did change was weird, because used to be when the timer ran out, you went automatically back in Warzone when the timer ran out.
Oh.
In the original, which they changed. I guess in a sense, it's good and it's bad. I think personally, the dual gulag is fine. Keep it for when you're playing teams, and you can actually spawn with a teammate. If you can't spawn with a teammate, make it single gulag. The same thing with solos, or playing any other team match that you're not actually connected. Solos. Any other dual.
Well, there's also a thing, the proximity chat in the Gulag. You can hear the people up in the stands,
Yes.
and they're like yelling at you. Don't know if it's them or not.
Yeah.
So like you think it's your people you're playing against, and some people are like, "Hey man, let's not kill each other," but the other people just were shooting at. They're like, "Wait, what's going on?" So they got tricked.
Well,
But,
yeah, that's yeah.
The biggest issue with the Gulag, if you win, it spawns us away from each other.
Yeah, it spawns you really far.
Like we were at the opposite ends of maps.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
weird.
A lot of small things that are just stupid.
Yeah, they did. So they did have a patch notes. Let me look at it here. I got it on my other page. So they gave an armor buff
Yep.
to the patch decreases the power of armor piercing ammunition and revamps the sum of the game's menus. As a whole, the patch is mostly focused on bug fixes.
Yes.
Which one of the bug fixes was when you spectate, you're spectating the opposite team, like an enemy team.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
So
That's
supposedly they fixed that. They fixed the audio notification when the jailer enters the gulag.
They need to fix the audio all overall,
Yeah.
every
Oh.
single thing.
Was Grim having this? Grim, were you having this bug fixed where it wouldn't launch because of your GPU compatibility?
No.
Oh.
But I have to say this, and again, I guess in the multiplayer it's better. Their sound design is still shit in this game. Okay.
The multiplayer, yeah, it's
I'm gonna be
crazy.
a dick. I don't care what anybody has to say. If you disagree, you're fake. All right. We land in buildings. There's a building on one side of the street and a building on the other. I hit the ground. I start looting. I hear the sound effect from my teammate being killed, but I don't hear the gun that killed him.
Yeah.
But he was killed by a machine gun without a freaking silencer on it. Because for some reason, either their sound's not working or they honestly believe that gunshots from literally across the street could not be heard.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm talking about, because when you're
No.
in one section and you're maybe like, I guess in Call of Duty land, like a click out. Say you're like a click out. You're in one set of buildings and you're about a minute run to the other set. You don't hear the gunshots over there because in their brains they think guns don't have that kind of sound. I can hear the guns from the preserve inside Job Lot in the back room.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's true. So I think the one thing they should add to controllers, I'm sure people will shut it off, is if I've been near guns. I mean, my uncles have all. I've been out shooting with my uncles and stuff when I was younger. When you shoot, like if you're even like me to like even like a football away, someone shoots a gun, you can almost feel it. It's loud.
Yeah.
It's loud. You can feel that reverberation from it. Add that
It's not
to
even just
add
that.
that to the
It-
controller.
It's
Like
just,
when the gun goes off.
With their special, whatever the new controllers have now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That
almost as if they're pretending to be realistic in some regards, but then they choose what is realistic and what isn't.
yeah.
And and goddamn climbing up ladders and running around, and how can I not hear a dude sprint across the street, run up a ladder, and shoot me in the back of the head, and I don't know he's there until I'm dead?
Yeah, it's like
And I
this-
watch the kill cam, and the guy's like,
He's
pulls
doing.
the gun out, cocks it, puts it to my skull, and then I
He's,
know
he's
I'm dead.
literally parkouring to get to you.
Yeah.
And on his, and you know he's hearing the sound effects, because on your screen, if you do that, you hear like,
The guy's like nearly
yeah, you don't
passing
hear
out.
him doing that.
Yeah. No, they need need to be some fixes, of course.
So some other things they did was fixed an issue causing overkill to allow players to equip the same weapon as both primary and secondary. Fixed an issue that was preventing the correct number of battle pass tokens from appearing on the battle pass. I had that weird issue.
Okay, yeah.
It
So
said
I had to
4 and I didn't.
So I had to restart lately. Like I haven't checked since this update. I had to restart every time I got a token because it wouldn't show up.
Yeah.
I was like, "What is going on?"
Yeah, fix various incorrect text. Which it's kind of funny that they brought back game text, like game chat in the game.
Yes.
You hit enter type but they're typing messed up stuff. There was like you said, the incompatibility issue. Focus mode. So when you have multiple monitors in focus mode, if you put focus mode on, it dims the outside monitors. It's kind of neat,
Oh.
but I don't like it because I can't see, like, it's too dark. Some PlayStation issues. The PlayStation store remains stuck on the screen.
Oh.
Fixed an issue causing progression in Dragon and Downtown calling card.
Huh.
Fixed issue with operator icons. What they need to do is fix an issue on. It does say they fixed an issue on some collision, but like fix the damn issue with the collision on vehicles, because I saw and falling. So I saw a thing where it might have been DMZ, but they were hopping to do a helicopter to end their thing, and the guy just jumped on top of the helicopter within the blades and didn't even get hurt. I'm like, what? And then there was another video where I saw this guy just standing in front of a truck, and the truck was just driving, and he was just in front of the truck riding in front of the truck. I'm like, what? He should be run over.
Yeah, they
So
need to
then-
fix the collision.
And then there was
badly.
another one where this guy he killed the guy for him to be waiting to be revived, and the guy fell all the way down like a skyscraper, and he survived. And
Okay.
then he's like, "What the hell?" He jumps down. He's trying to catch him, shoots up. The guy self revives, runs around. He ends up getting killed.
Oh my god.
He's like,
I'd be
"What
so
just
pissed.
happened?" So there's
I
some
would be so pissed.
weird things that need to be fixed.
Yeah. Fix an issue causing the platinum camo unlock requirement to display incorrectly. Okay, what about the gold? That's been a problem. It's,
what?
It's still a problem.
The gold.
The gold.
Oh, the gold.
Gold camera. So on it's only on PC though, this glitch. So on mouse and keyboard, you actually have to. It doesn't look like it shows up. And then if you stop touching your mouse and use WASD to move around on the screen, all of a sudden you can go to the gold camo and you're like, what is going on here? Why can't I, like, what is happening? It's a really weird glitch. And it's been there since day one.
Buy station inventory has been slightly adjusted. They've removed the counter UAV
Yep.
and removed a tactical camera.
Okay, hold up. You're telling me someone at Acta Stupid Vision said, "Oh God, there are not enough UAVs."
They got rid of the UAV.
No, the counter UAV,
Yeah.
not the UAVs.
Yeah.
The ones you get literally non-stop in every match.
Yeah.
The ones where every team is carrying 2 per player in their bags and staggering them so they have them for 10 minutes straight.
Yeah.
But you get rid of the counter UAV. I swear to God, this is what I mean. They build their game at the whims of whiny brat tools. There are people on there that are like, you should be able to UAV constantly. Why can't I see where people are? And it's the majority of their sad fan base, so they literally change it to make it easier for them because they need radar.
At least maybe like just shorten the length. Maybe I'll make them last like 15 seconds or 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Don't allow a player to carry more than one. Period.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, that too.
They fixed an issue preventing some players from hearing others via proximity chat. Fix the issue preventing sticker. Who cares about stickers?
God, that makes me mad. That makes me mad, dude. Like, we play all the time, Bazinga. Every time we play, every 5 seconds, enemy UAV online. Enemy UAV online. You can't even shoot it down.
Yeah, you can't see it. See, in multiplayer, you can. Parachute deployment would crash the game.
Oh.
Dude, everything crashed the game. I scratched my nose one night and it crashed my game.
It's
like,
aware.
oh man, oh damn it.
Yeah, fix an issue to cause players eliminated in the gulag to either spectate the enemy team or spectate from underneath the playable area. I never had that.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
Fix an issue that causes the players eliminated in the gulag not to appear in the buy station. That would have sucked.
Okay, that's pretty bad. Yeah, fix an issue causing players to skip down state and immediately perish despite having assimilated squad members still alive. Ooh, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Fix an issue preventing players from jumping out of the plane during infill. What? I didn't know that was a thing. That's pretty ridiculous.
They even come up with these stupid things.
Fix an issue caused an after action report from appearing correctly after a match. Yeah, it was glitchy here and there.
Oh, they so the other thing we skipped was they changed the way the that walkie looks. They changed the appearance of the walkie for what like when we're trying to do the safes. You know how it's hard to find.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Visual upgrade to contract activation phone.
Yes. Contractor commission.
So besides that thing, hold on, there's more.
There is, but wait, there's more.
So
There's more.
they relaunched Warzone 1. Warzone 1.
Okay.
Like the original Warzone.
Okay.
They relaunched it. It's been shut down since.
Okay.
Now it's called Warzone Caldera.
Okay.
They did a bunch of changes to it though. Like they got rid of the other two maps.
Okay.
The hiatus was to make sure the newer game had a smooth launch because of everybody being off for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You're forced to play it.
Yeah. Any double XP tokens players had for the original Warzone won't carry forward, nor will any battle passes or store bundles. Additionally, Activision confirmed that Warzone Caldera will not have an in-game store, but any Call of Duty points players have will transfer to Warzone 2.
Oh, okay.
There will be standard battle royale playlist, but Rebirth Islands and Fortune Keep will be removed. Are removed. Said fans of smaller scale battle royale maps will have something to look forward to in Warzone 2.
Okay.
Activision is giving all OG Warzone players a few items to use in Warzone 2 as a thank you.
Oh.
So I don't know what that is. Probably more freaking XP button things.
Dude, does
Probably.
anybody want to bet that the maps they removed from Warzone 1 reappear as the new maps in Warzone 2?
Yeah.
What, Verdansk?
I bet you any money. 100%, dude. Because that's how they roll. They don't want to spend any money giving you new content. So they do as little as possible to spend money. You're
I
going
know.
to get those maps back
But, I don't know.
as new versions that they'll claim are new.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can't wait to hear for that podcast where Grim's like, I freaking told you so.
Yeah, right. So the one thing we didn't cover, though, I was glad to see.
What?
So the little monitor thing, the heart monitor thing, whatever it is.
Yeah, the battery dies.
So the battery dies, and the actual length of what it can see is wicked short. It is
is it?
really short.
I picked one up, I never
like-
used it, and it was dead.
Okay, so I could see this guy, say like he was me to that doorway, right?
Yeah.
I could see his feet on the stairway because he was on the top of the stairway. I'm looking at the thing and I'm like, he's not there. I literally took 2 steps forward and I was like, oh, now he's there. And I'm like, okay, now he can literally see me if he looks at me.
Yeah, wow. I didn't know it was that close.
Yeah, it's super close.
Warzone 2 perk packages are bugged, and one perk gives a tons of UAVs. There we go. What's a perk package?
Perk package. Yeah.
Warzone 2 just launched with plenty of fresh changes.
UAV online. Shit, it's happening in my house.
So the one thing that we have to cover though, because that's all the updates. So there is one really bad glitch they didn't get. The infinite gas mask glitch that allows you to stay in the corrupted zone forever.
Oh, it doesn't die.
Yeah, this was a glitch.
Yeah,
this
that's
was
bad.
a glitch in Warzone 1.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, and unfortunately for a long time Call of Duty Warzone players, the frustrated game breaking infinite gas mask glitch has made its return. While many fans have been enjoying a refreshed take on Warzone, including the additional proximity chat, this is one big major problem. During the first days of Warzone's launch, some players began experiencing a strange bug that essentially locked them out seemingly at random. Warzone players would attempt to join a new game and instead message to the pop. Yeah, they fixed that. But yeah, this same glitch, basically you get this, get the gas mask, and basically you can stay in the, if you glitch it right, you can actually just stay in the outside of the circle and just tag people as they run in.
Jeez. Well, I guess the perk package thing is you make your loadout, and they're not getting the perks that they put in the loadout.
Oh,
So that's annoying.
that is really annoying.
But, yeah. So there was another thing that happened. Grim knows all about this. Dr. Disrespect was banned for what? Grim?
The claim was, oh god, I don't remember exactly.
Proximity
I know we were
chat.
gonna talk about this. The proximity chat. He was I forget exactly what he did, but it was idiotic.
Somebody was coughing, and he went, and they were like, "Don't make fun of me."
Yeah, it was something along those lines because he made fun of someone for coughing, and he got banned, and it was idiotic because literally racist shit is said constantly in
Yeah.
that game. And like you load into the game, and it's literally the first thing you see is "jump if gay."
Yeah, or stuff like I did
Yeah.
see like about Jews a lot. I don't know why.
Oh, all right, I remember exactly now. I think, and this is just me saying it, but I think he was banned because he shit on the game during one of their tournaments because they were running a tournament, and as usual, their game doesn't work right, so shit was happening. You know, we got to reset matches because people are crashing, lag, all this other bullshit, and he was talking shit about how bad the game was when it comes
Yeah.
to that and certain things that make the game suck. And I think Activision just, got pissy about it.
So he got banned from the game?
For 7
No,
days.
7 days.
So he was playing
For-
on his second account.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically for nothing.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's Activision don't like the people who have the majority of the people watching their game telling them that their game has got problems.
Yeah.
It pisses them off a lot.
So this next topic is fairly interesting, and I saw it. I was like, "Wow, that's wow." But it's not surprising. It's where a lot of tech is going because it's where a lot of, I guess you could say, sales in general is going. That's how they analyze people. So Microsoft is working on machine learning language algorithms for tracking and influencing players' emotions.
So this just in, Nate bought a Microsoft phone.
They don't even make phones anymore.
I know.
That was a big fail. Anyway, so tech giant Microsoft is investing in a machine learning technology to track and influence a player's gamers' emotions. Microsoft was one of the biggest tech companies globally, alongside Alphabet, Apple, Meta, and Amazon, with a market of capitalization on nearly $1.8 trillion. The corporation is looking to increase its footprint in the gaming industry as it is trying to acquire Activision Blizzard, a leading game developer. Moreover, Microsoft is known for making sustainable investments in research and development of new video games related to technology. The tech conglomerates recently filed a patent that can potentially verify physical games for Xbox Digital Library. So Microsoft is about to file a patent for a system that will monitor a gamer's emotions and feelings in real time to deliver a more positive player experience.
Yeah. No.
The said patent will utilize complex machine learning algorithms to modify the player's experience of gamers by influencing their emotions. Microsoft will build on the current player's practice used by many developers using backgrounds, music, loot treats, NPCs, behavior, induces specific feelings in players. The pros introduce like, all right, best example of this. So mobile games, okay. If you haven't played, like mobile games will do this. If you haven't played the mobile game in a while, when you get back on to get you to play more, like, oh, here's some free loot. Hey, here's some free
miss
extra
you.
lives.
Yeah.
And this gets you to play more. This influences you, and you can play more. And you play. Obviously, you keep on playing. And if it notices you're not playing as much as what it does again, and it reiterates. And this is to get you to keep playing and stay playing and spending money. This is kind of what it is because they want you to stay on that screen. They need you to stay on that screen. And the biggest people that do this right now, they are masters at it. They are complete masters at it. And how I know that is because of the attention span in humans have dropped dramatically. Even from 2014 to 2017 has dropped over 50%. That's bad. That's really bad.
And that's why there's Vine and there was Vine and now TikTok.
Now there's TikTok because of this. Because these people actually have figured out how to keep people in front of that screen. And it's by influencing your emotions, actually, how you react to things. And they know how to do that. They knew how to do that very well. That's why you're still looking at Facebook right now, probably. Or you're looking at Twitter. Or you're looking at whatever.
As I said, no, F you.
So, yeah, they are masters at it. And it isn't surprising that they're trying to bring this into video games because they want you to stay playing. And that's just like, that is our world. It's sad in a lot of ways. There's a lot of things I really like, and I don't want to see them go away, but I also don't want to see them become like this thing that people feel like they have to do 24 hours a day.
But
It shouldn't be that way. And I do think eventually it's either going to continue and it's going to get worse, or it's eventually going to come to a head and it's going to finally break, and all these companies are going to go out of business. And new ones will show up, and they will be the new shining light. Eventually, they're going to get corrupt too. But in the beginning, they will be the new shining light.
Yeah.
Because now we got also Disney looking to buy Apple.
Uh-huh.
yeah. You didn't know that, did you?
No.
Oh, man. So, yeah, the story just gets worse. But anyway. Yeah, so I think this is neat. I like the whole brain science thing of this. That side of it, the tech of it is really, really cool, but we're using it for evil. Just in general, it's evil. People are going to play a game until they're fun with playing the game, and then they're going to shut it off. They might go to another game. They might play the PlayStation. They might play an Xbox. They might play a Switch. Or they might play a game on their phone if they don't have a lot of time. Or their tablet, or whatever. So that's how it is. But
How many? That's a different case.
yes,
Jesus. Every day I see it. It depends on the day, doesn't it?
apparently. Yeah. So that being said, I mean, we're going to see this from every tech company. We're going to see this from PlayStation, guaranteed. We're going to see this from Nintendo. It's going to be a given. So we can accept it or we can reject it. So it's that as a society. Well, yeah, but
It's
person.
idiotic and stupid.
One person.
I don't want a game that caters to try and make me happy all the time.
Yeah, no. So I want to be in control of what I think is good. So, and that's the sad part. The human brain can actually be influenced very, very easily. It's actually not that hard. It's very malleable, which is the sad part. Which is why social media exists. So, like, it's done so well. But yeah. So we got about 10 minutes until we move on to what do you call it, technology and pop culture. We have a number of topics on that side, including obviously a movie I have never been more excited for, The Grinch, and not the Grinch you think. If you haven't seen the trailer, you want to go see the trailer. The trailer is out there. You can go watch it right now. Pause this podcast. Go watch the trailer right now. Go look at the new Grinch movie. It's coming out. It's coming out soon. Trust me.
No,
You'll thank me later.
I'm good. Hey, I've never thanked you for anything in
But-
the history of my life.
But real,
I'm about to start now.
really quick though. Did anybody else see the Mario full trailer
No, we were talking about this earlier.
that dropped right before the podcast? So it was actually fairly good. Maybe we'll talk about it next week, next in 2 weeks or whatever. But it was actually fairly good. I think it was really good. It seems like they're going to incorporate all of the Mario games. Like
know
the
what?
beginning,
Truthfully-
the beginning seemed like it was Smash Brothers. The middle seemed like regular Mario. Then it went into Mario Galaxy, and then by the end it was Mario Kart.
You know what? I'm going to thank you for once right now.
Okay, what?
Because if you said that this looks good, then I don't have to watch it. Because it won't be. So thank you, Nate.
Oh my
I
God.
do not have to see this movie.
Because when Nate sees movies, it's always, this was the best movie ever. My favorite movie of all time. This was it. For everything. Whenever we talk about anything, it was the best ever.
I don't know about
For
everything.
me, it was like, it was okay. I didn't hate it. I liked it. It was good. That's it. That's all I'll say.
My God.
But you're always like, oh, best movie ever.
Wow.
Last Jedi.
It matters to
Dude,
me.
that movie's so bad. It's so freaking bad.
Oh, what's that Ernest Cline movie? Oh, it was great. It was good, but
People are going to go see that new Mario movie for that chick no one's heard of.
even though it's an animation,
They're not going to go see it for Chris Pratt, someone that makes millions of dollars on movies. They're going to go see it for this nobody.
I'm seeing it for Jack
hey,
Black.
Jack Black's in it too.
Jack Black is why I'm seeing it.
Again, second behind Pratt and way before her when it comes to someone who would draw the movie. People know who he is.
Jack Black is perfect for Bowser. It's perfect.
Yes.
It's perfect. It is so perfect.
The only way that casting could be better was if they were like, give him one of the Koopas as his henchman and have him voiced by the guy who was in Tenacious D, the bald guy.
Oh,
yeah.
Because then you'd get the Tenacious D shit and you'd feel fun. It would be funny.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to move on to pop culture and technology. So before we move on, I think Grim is going to be stepping out. Won't be joining us for the second half. So
Yeah, so I can eat and do other stuff. So I guess before I go, I'll just say thank you guys for tuning in and listening to me rant and make fun of my boy Nate, who I've known my whole life. Don't take any offense to it. I crack on him because that's my job. And if you get the chance, check out our D&D streams. I believe we link them on the Facebook
Yep.
and on the
Twitch.
your Twitter account, so you'll be
Yeah.
able to find it there.
Yep.
yeah,
So I
you'll
don't have to
find it
figure
everywhere.
out exactly what my thing is because I'm not the expert streamer.
Yeah.
Our next session should be, as long as everything goes according to plan, next week at 7 on Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't stream our Dragon Quest campaign. Sad face. And I guess other than that, take it easy, guys. See you
Alright.
for Battlegrounds tomorrow, Nate. Not Nate. Bazinga.
Yeah.
Warzone or something, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah.
If I got time.
So yeah.
All right. Go get some food later.
So everybody, thank you for watching. If you haven't checked us out live, we are now streaming on literally every platform you can think of, which is pretty sweet. So you haven't checked us out live, whatever social media you use, you find us live. Go check us out, comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/techprimemedia. We're not far from 1,000 subs. We'd like to get to 1,000 subs some point soon. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Go check out our videos. We have a lot of great videos up there. Really great Halloween one. The Halloween one came out so good. I loved the Halloween one. The Halloween keyboard video came out really, really well.
Yeah.
So you haven't go check it out. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. But before we get into the second half of the podcast, here is a word from our sponsor.
Because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
Play that.
Greetings! We are the Retro Reductopus Cephala Podcast, a bi-weekly show that celebrates all the things that made growing up awesome.
He's right. We wax philosophic about lots of geeky crap like old video games and movies, toys, cartoons. I don't know, help me out here.
Music, pants, quoting video games that don't have dialogues, shabibers, tasty news,
Unnecessarily long Japanese onomatopoeia.
butt breathers, uncomfortable nature facts.
or how to install a Samoflange. And unlike all those other podcasts, we at Retro Redoctopus have an exciting rotating host schedule.
Do we?
We sure do.
So, if you didn't like the guy flapping his gums this week,
Like me.
worry not, gentle listener. Next week we'll have a whole new host.
Of problems.
Hey, they might still suck, but they'll suck differently.
And you know what's really cool? Retro Reductopus is part of the Dorkening and Inebriar podcast networks, with new episodes every Tentacle Tuesday.
Which is like every other Tuesday. We named it.
Anyways, you can listen to us at iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher, or any podcast player cool enough to carry the only show that celebrates all things that make growing up awesome.
And we are back. So, gaming is over. It's time for tech. It's time for pop culture. We got the Grinch movie coming out soon. Not the Grinch you think. If I click on the right thing. Anyway, so, and we're going to get into a lot of other topics here. We got a number of tech topics. The biggest one is going to be me going on about Android. And I think it's kind of run its course. And it's time for a reckoning. It's time for a reckoning. Anyway. Oh.
The world is over.
The world is
It's over.
But we also have the scandal with established titles, which, oh my God, this goes deep. This company, if I will not be surprised if they are sued into an oblivion.
Just make sure to pay the people who you're doing your sponsor ads.
Oh, they are. That's crazy. So they were paying some YouTubers $20,000.
Where's the money coming from?
Oh my God. Oh my God. When I went down this rabbit hole, I had no clue it was this bad.
Wow.
I had no clue. It was bad. So we also got the Samsung is pairing with, I didn't know they're kind of pairing with Fixit, and they're making a self-repair app thing we'll get into, which is kind of cool. Metallica is doing a new album, the 72 Seasons. So Bazinga's wicked excited about that. So yeah, we got a number of topics. But before we get into that, so pop culture, what have we been checking out?
So I finished Andor. You didn't yet.
I did not, which is surprising because there's so many. Like, okay,
How many episodes do you have left?
I think 3.
Oh, okay. Oh, there was this one scene in the second to last one. It was a cool scene.
Which is okay. So I love Star Wars. I am beyond an avid Star Wars fan, like super avid Star Wars fan. But I am a high sci-fi fan way more. Anything really high sci-fi, I am so drawn to. It's like a fucking magnet. So anyway, like, and there's some shows like Peripherals is such a good show. Holy crap! And that's really really high sci-fi. And the same thing with 1899 is a really good show. It's not as sci-fi, but it is really, 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 really good storytelling. Like the two German writers are some of the best storytellers I like out there. Like they know how to tell a story and they know how to do it well, and they know how to make sure there's no loopholes anywhere. So there's just a great show, and those are the shows I've been drawn to actually lately. So
I watched that new Transformers. That's the cartoon. It's called Earthspark.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the animation. The story's kind of cool, but
I saw a trailer to that and I was like, the animation was like, oh.
Yeah. It's okay. It's like they're trying to go in between like the old Transformer people and the new Transformer people, because it's kind of like kitty-like looking, like those toys that you got. But I don't know, it's okay. But the thing that really I didn't really like about it is it's not the voice.
Oh yeah.
It's not what's his name? Paul or whatever?
Yeah,
or Peter, I don't know. The guy who does the voice for Optimus Prime normally, because it was Alan Tudyk.
Oh.
You know who he is?
No.
That's this guy.
Okay, whoever the heck that guy is.
He was in I feel my voice. Hold on.
You feel your voice.
I hear
That's a pretty loud voice if you feel your voice.
I did hear it.
Okay.
This is what I heard.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Okay. Anyway.
Alan Tudyk, he was in Firefly.
Okay.
And he was in that Alien movie. He's in a lot of stuff.
Maybe if I saw him acting, maybe I'd go, oh, that guy.
Yeah, this guy.
Oh yeah, he does look familiar.
Yeah, he does the voice of Optimus Prime. different.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting, but there's a lot of normal voice actors that did it, like Nolan North, Clancy Brown. He does the crab.
Yep.
The Krusty Krab guy. So yeah, there's a few of them in there, but I don't know. It was okay. Not the best. It was one of those you day off, you just put something on and sleep to it.
The night before Thanksgiving.
That should be a movie. The Night Before Thanksgiving.
Well, there is
a sequel too.
There is. It's a movie called Black Friday with
Black Friday.
It's a really good movie. Anyway, so obviously the night before Thanksgiving, because I was like, it's funny because there's horror stories I'll tell you about other stores, but we weren't there late or anything. I got home at 10, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna watch because there's a new version coming out on Blu-ray, or it came out already. I don't remember, of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh,
okay.
That came out already?
It's coming out with extended cuts. No, not the movie. No, I'm talking about the original.
Oh, the original.
I am really worried about the remake. I am so worried about that movie. Anyway, there's an extended version that's coming out soon, and I was like, oh, you know what? It's like the day before this is a perfect time to just eat some food before I go to bed and for to watch this movie. So I watched Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. That is just every time I watch that movie, I'm like, that is like one of the absolute best movies from the 80s. Absolute best.
Back to the Future.
Such a good movie.
Love Back to the Future.
Yeah, but it's like it has that core element that I love about good comedies.
They're not trying so hard.
They're not trying so hard. They do complicate. Yeah. So obviously Martin, and Candy and Martin do such a great job in that movie. They are two of the absolute best comedians of all time. And the one thing a lot of comedies, especially around that time, they have a really good comedy, but they also have a very long underlining story throughout the movie that is usually fairly dark.
Yeah.
All the time. And it keeps a good balance. And that's the same thing with that movie. And it's funny, I've noticed one thing. It seems like a lot of 80s comedies are based on the fact of how many things can go wrong. Which is kind of like what that movie is. But yeah, I'm excited for the new Blu-ray with extended scenes and stuff and longer cut of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, which is kind of cool. One of my favorite movies, absolute favorite movies.
Is there anything in that movie that today wouldn't fly?
No, not really. No,
because a lot of the 80s stuff has
not
that.
really. Yeah, it does. But there's not really. I'm trying to think. No, not offhand. It's actually not too bad.
Good.
Yeah, even like with the, I can't think of anything offhand that was all that offensive, except for the book that John Candy's reading. And when they first kind of meet, it's like their second meeting at the airport, and John Candy's reading a book called Canadian Mountain. And it's obviously like a smut novel he's reading, but yeah. So. It's what it is though. But no, I do have to say what I actually am normally watching is two shows that are absolutely amazing. Well, William Gibson is one of my favorite authors of all time. He is like the godfather of high sci-fi. He invented the word cyberspace. It didn't exist before he made it up. So and Peripherals is his newest book series, which has recently been turned into a TV series. The third book hasn't come out yet because he takes 4 or 5 years between books. Absolutely great book series, but they're killing it with the TV series. It's absolutely great. And for high sci-fi is amazing. I went on, if you haven't listened to our last podcast episode, I go on a whole tangent about this show. So go check it out.
I watched second season of Warrior Nun.
The what?
The Warrior Nun.
The Warrior Nun. Okay.
Very interesting.
Sure.
It was not bad.
Okay. But I do have to say, fans, I'm sure earlier on this podcast, you guys heard me praise Dark over and over and over. Dark is one of the best shows ever made on anything. It is some of the best.
What did I just say 10 minutes ago?
No, but
the best ever.
Dark has the ratings and the awards to back it up. That show has won pretty much more awards on Netflix than pretty much most shows. It's crazy.
You know,
1899 by the same makers. 1899 for now, like almost 2 weeks. It's been number one, and I think it was at the beginning of the first week. It was number one in 84 countries or something. Something stupid. It's still number one in most countries.
maybe I'll check it out after. I'll watch an
Because
episode.
it's so good. Like, it is such good writing. And it's really cool because obviously he's a German writer. Obviously, Dark was an all German show, German actors. The show was in German, which was fine, which was really cool. But this show, it's a ship going from Europe to America, and it's kind of like, it's a passenger ship going from one place to another, and it has people from all over Europe and China. So there's people. So whatever language they natively speak is what they speak in the show. And they got actors from those countries to play those parts.
Hint Mario movie.
Well, yeah, but which was really cool.
Yeah.
So it made it very authentic to a ship that would have been passing through at that time. And I can't say a whole lot about it because I'll give it away. But I can definitely tell you there's a lot of red herrings. If you know this guy's writing and you know how he is and you look for the clues, especially if you watch Dark and know how he writes and his clues he puts in, you'll get it after the first episode, because I did, and it was right. So I'm almost done with it. I'm like one episode left, and I knew I knew where it was going. And what's interesting is that every episode ends with a song from the 70s or the 60s, which is really weird. But it's weird.
In its normal format, or made to sound like it's from...
No, okay, so the first episode... Okay, so the actual intro to the show is White Rabbit.
I don't know. If I heard it, I probably know. But...
Anyway, it's White Rabbit, and that's also the song that plays at the very end, because every episode ends with a big WTF moment. Mm-hmm. Like, what? But so did Dark. Dark was the same way. But it's before that moment happens, they play a song from the 60s or 70s. And
Jefferson Airplane. Okay.
yeah.
I'm like, who in the hell's Surrealistic Pillow?
Yeah, so and it's like, and it's interesting, but that doesn't make sense until you know what's actually going on. Then you go, oh, okay, now it makes sense. Oh man. That's really fucked up. Shit. No, but yeah, it's a great show. Go check it out. Absolute great. Some of the best writing ever. And they're planning on 3 seasons with this show. So go check it out. I can't wait to where this show is going to go. And I'm pretty sure they're going to get 3 seasons. It's going to be a given, I think, at this point.
It's going to take 3 seasons for that boat to get to the other side?
Oh, I can't tell you anything.
It's a slow-ass boat.
I would give it away. Oh. But it's funny because someone did like a meme, and they were like episodes. You know that meme where it shows like a person like it'll show them just like whatever thing, it'll show just a person sitting there, nothing happened. And then when something happens, and it shows like kind of their brain like expanding, and it keeps it worse, so their brain like explodes. And it's like episodes 1 through 2, like there's calm. Episodes 3 through 4, and it's like a little more. 5 through 8, and it's like like oh man, because it gets more and more crazy. It's like wow. But it's such good rating, though. Yeah. Anyway, so definitely go check that out. But we're going to get into some news now. Get into some news with established titles.
Which we're not sponsored.
No. I'm glad we're not sponsored by these guys. Oh, man. After this, oh, man. After I found this out, and I'm like, it's weird because I am sure you have too. Every single YouTube channel I watch has a sponsorship from established titles.
Yes, literally most of the channels I watch.
Yeah, I can't think of a channel that doesn't have one right now. Besides Lions Tech Tips.
Yeah, but like it's like he's called like Trilogy or something.
Trilogy Media.
No.
Oh.
Trogley.
Okay.
He reviews guitars. He gets like really expensive guitars and tries them out, and then he sells them.
Yeah.
And he did a video basically talking about this.
There's a bunch of other YouTubers that are making videos about this now.
Yeah, because like he doesn't usually do like sponsors like that, and he's sponsored by them, but he actually came out and said what exactly it is, because you don't actually own the land. It's like you just.
Well, we'll get into that.
Yeah, it's like one of those what do you call it? adopt the highway things, and all you gotta do is you're supposed to clean it. You don't get to do anything for it.
No,
You don't own
it's worse than that. You don't get anything.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah,
Zero. It is a gag gift.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know. And they say that in a lot of the YouTubers I watch say that they're like it's a not exact gag gift. There's another word for it, but whatever. Satire. That's it.
But a lot of the things though, even in their own website, says you can put it on legal documents. You can't.
Oh, Jesus.
You cannot. You cannot.
All right, so let's get into this.
So the one thing I didn't know about the numbers. So some of the bigger YouTubers, they were actually giving them $20,000 for sponsorships. That's $20,000 a video.
A what?
A video.
Oh, they're not like locked in. You have to do this for a week or something?
No.
Oh,
some of the bigger, that's what they were giving them. Some of them were like that, like for you sponsor us for so long, we give you this much money.
Yeah.
But some were getting flat out $20,000. So, and it's ran by these two people. I can't bring up the names. I don't remember their names offhand. William something, and I can't remember that girl's name. Who's the owner? She owns the main company that's out of China. GV Technologies or something like that. It's called.
Oh my gosh! It's not even a.
No.
Okay.
Anyway, so and William, whatever his name is, he basically he dropped out of high school, I think it was, and then he made a program. He made his first website, which was Deal Dash, which is a complete scam. If you don't know what Deal Dash is, it's eBay, except no matter what you bid, you have to pay it, even if you don't get the item. No matter what you bid $100 and you don't get the item. Well, guess what? You're paying $100. Sorry.
Was that one of those?
It's the web. Okay, so
it's those like auction sites where
so
they say
if
you
you
just put in like $50 and you keep like giving like a penny
No.
type thing. No,
Okay.
that's
So,
a scam as it is.
That's a scam. But I'm sure you've seen the commercials. The lady's like, I got this barbecue grill for $2.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, because they got the actual cost they bid was $2. Okay.
Yeah.
After they bid like $300.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
After they've already bid like $300, they have to pay that $300 along with everybody else who bidded $300. So you know how much they made on that gas grill? Probably like $6,000.
Yeah, because basically you put it in the system. You want to give them like $300.
Yeah.
And then that's 15 cents. I'll bid on that. I'll bid on that. I'll bid on that.
Yeah.
But they already made their $300.
Oh yeah.
You're just bidding on all this crap. Yeah, I've heard of these before. I didn't know the name of it, but there's other ones.
I don't know how that site is still around. It's gotten sued like to the ground almost multiple times.
You need to bid now. It's at $431. A 2023 Ford F-150 Lariat. Come on.
Oh my God. Anyway,
and that they're like it says there's 5 seconds left, right? It just keeps resetting.
oh yeah, it does. That's all they do.
Oh man.
Anyway, so, and they're part of a company called Failed Ventures. That's the company he mainly owns. That's the over company called Failed Ventures, and their tag is "Come fail with us."
Genius.
So, and it shows like a list of companies that have failed. Okay, now they're all grayed out. You can't see what they are. If you actually look into it, they're actually companies made by him that make products out of the GV Technologies out of Hong Kong that are products they sell on Deal Dash, saying they're high-end items.
What's the company called? Failed what?
Failed Ventures.
Wow. Jesus Christ. All right.
So they're not even high-end items. They're cheap items that they're pushing out of this one factory in Hong Kong that they're saying is high-end items, and you're probably getting charged like $1,000. Well, they're making $1,000 off it. You got charged whatever you bid on it. I don't know, and what everybody else bid on it. So then they made the company Established Titles, which they did this whole big story. If you're going to establish titles, you can look. This lady supposedly went to Scotland and she thought it was beautiful, and this was great. It's a sob story. Anyway, it's a load of crap. She's the owner of that main factory because she paired up with William basically to get this going. And this whole big scam is they sell you, supposedly, they sell you a 12 by 12 piece of land on a protected piece of land in Scotland.
Yeah, like a foot square.
Yes. And they said they'll plant a tree Well, guess what? They're not planting a tree.
Oh, they're not.
So, no, they don't.
Oh, it gets deeper.
They don't even plant a tree. So they take your money. And in the fine print it says they will give a portion of the proceeds to this other company that does plant trees.
Okay.
So it means that a penny of your proceeds could go to plant a tree. Maybe. You might get I don't know. Maybe after 100 people buy established titles, they'll plant one tree.
This is what it could look like.
Yeah.
Bob's your uncle.
Yeah.
That's what oh, man.
So now, after, obviously they've had sponsorships crazy. So a lot of people have noticed who these people are now, right? Okay. So you would think, well, doesn't Scotland have something to say about this? So,
Yeah,
yes.
So they don't even own that land.
No.
Oh, my God. Oh, my
So
God.
they do own a piece of land. They actually do own an estate in Scotland. Not that land, though.
Okay.
Not that land. So on the certificate it says, and they do this in the whole advertisement, that you'll be a lord or a lady because the Scotland tradition is if you own a piece of land, you're now a lord or lady. Well, that hasn't been around for a long time. Sorry.
But if you get 10 square feet, it's only $300.
Holy shit! I didn't know it was that much.
If you get 10 square feet, you can put a small home on there. Oh wait, you can't.
No.
It's not your land.
Oh man, it's not your land. No. So, okay. So people cannot. So by this kind of venture of selling things like this, by Scotland's law, you cannot own that piece of land. Their own laws, you cannot own that piece of land. Period. Nor is there any law or tradition or whatever from Scotland that says you're a lord or lady. That doesn't exist. Nor can you put it on a legal document. You are not a lord or a lady. This is not 1592. Sorry. If you want to go around and call yourself that's more power to you. Whatever. You want to be eccentric?
But it says right here, can I refer to myself as a lord or lady? Yes, our title packs are based on historic Scottish land ownership custom, where landowners had been long referred as lairds, and the Scottish term for lord, with the female's equivalent being lady. Most jurisdictions will allow you to update your title when you choose to do so.
Yeah, no. You cannot do that.
But it says right there.
So Scotland's highest court, the Lions Court, I think it's called, Lions Court. Anyway, made a statement. They were like, to the world, pretty much a press statement, like, hey, just so everybody knows, none of this is legal. They don't own property over here, and the piece of land they're trying to sell you is a protected piece of land by Scotland that nobody can touch. Period. Nor can you put it on any legal document, and it is a gag gift. Completely. It's a gag gift.
But if I use Stevie T as a code, I can have my plot next to his.
Oh my god. That's terrible. Anyway.
That's what it is, though.
I know. I know. That is
The
terrible.
next 200 people that buy it will be near Stevie T's land.
Yeah. Oh.
He's a guitar YouTuber.
Oh. Yeah, I've heard that line from a bunch of YouTubers. I'm like, oh my, no.
Yeah.
No. It's really, really bad. So it comes down to, this is a complete scam. And I'm thinking, okay, so after I found this out, I'm like, okay, so I know all these YouTubers. So a lot of these YouTubers are going to pull those videos. I guarantee it. They're
Really?
gonna start pulling these videos. If not today, tomorrow, or sometime soon.
So right here it says, can I get a refund on my order?
Yes.
The intention of these packs is to provide a fun novelty product for those who want to purchase something a little different for themselves, their friends, or family. So we offer a 60-day no-nonsense refund policy.
Yes. So
at the end of all the stuff, it says it's a novelty.
It does. But that's not how they're marketing it.
Of course not. No.
I think they're going to get a flood of returns, for one, for people that assumed certain things.
Do these people even live in Scotland?
No.
Because their address.
He lives in
Scotland.
I think he lives in William. Whatever lives in Norway, and she lives in Hong Kong.
Yeah, this is Lacendrum Huntley, Scotland, UK.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's a name or
The business owns an estate there. That's about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a complete farce. I think a lot of YouTubers are going to drop the sponsor real fast. But the thing is too, with taking down videos, because they're going to lose revenue from the videos. I think a lot of YouTubers, even though they got the sponsorship, are going to sue established titles for losing revenue.
So there's a link on here. So I'm on the Established Titles website.
Yep.
It says response to allegations from non-customers. It has come to our attention that extremely talented creators who have helped us spread the word about established titles have become unfairly under fire. We want to clarify a few points and misinformation about our service, the amazing work creators who have been working with us have been doing, and last but not least, our lords and ladies. False claim number 1. The customers don't understand that they're not purchasing official legal titles. The information regarding layered shifts being based on old age Scottish custom is clearly available on our website. Very smallly.
Very smallly.
Seriously, I read it.
Oh, man.
Purchase a personal lordship or lady title pack will be dedicated land in Scotland. Our title packs are based on historic Scottish ownership. Yeah, I read that earlier. This is a purchase for personal dedication for a souvenir plot of land. You may choose to title yourself with the name Lord or Lady. Every lordship or lady title pack contributes to preservation of the trees.
Yeah, no, okay, a percentage of the proceeds. Like I said, they could take a penny of that proceed, and donate it. They don't there's no signing there. If you really want to help plant a tree, go to the company they're already donating. Just give your money to them.
The common errors to avoid: the phrase "they plant a tree in Scotland." We plant trees across the world and partner with global
They don't
charities.
plant trees.
The phrase royalty or nobility. Our certificate is based on historic Scottish customs of calling landlords. It does not grant you the right to rule or make you a member of a royal family. The phrase "you could legally change your name on passports and driver's license" as Lord Lady is a prefix such as Mr. Ms., so you can only add it to official documents which allow for that.
You can't. In the United States, you cannot. Okay? Oh, my God. And so obviously they had to put that. Obviously, the lawyers told them they had to put that up there now.
Yeah. What was this? The creators sponsoring established titles have been incredibly creative in how they spread the word for our title packs. They've made their pet lobster a lord. Lord is 7-string guitar, and their dog, the 7-string guitar I heard of, Lord Gent.
Lord Gent.
Lord Gemmo.
Nice.
Lord Gemmo.
Oh, man.
It's a 7.
Was that Stevie T?
That was Trogley.
Oh, okay.
It's a 7-string Gibson Volume V.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, so it's all been a big scheme, people. It's these people are really, really corrupt. They're not helping the environment. If you really want to help the environment, just donate straight to the actual companies that actually do plant trees. Do it. You'll be doing a way bigger contribute to society and helping the earth in general. Don't buy this bullshit completely. Don't buy it. Do not buy it. Don't give them a damn cent of your money. This is I wish somebody would have took DoorDash down years ago. I still wish someone takes it down.
You mean Deal Dash?
Deal Dash, whatever it's called. And hopefully puts an end to failed ventures, because it's not a fail, it's a scam. It's all a big scam. So yeah, that's established titles, people. Don't buy into it.
But if you use code,
no code. I put a link back to Slack because I was saying that's where you put the picture up.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. So, all right. So the one thing, technology, I have switched to an iPhone. I got a really good deal on an iPhone over the last couple weeks, anyway.
Unbelievable. There's been some screwed up things that have happened since he's gotten this iPhone.
Yeah, the Earth is tilted. It's now summer when it's supposed to be winter. Yeah,
it was 50 degrees today. It's freaking December's tomorrow or 2 days from now.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a lot of things about. So it's been 12 years since I've been on an Apple device. Last Apple device was an Apple 3G. I had.
Mine was a 4 or a 5.
All right. Yeah. So.
We're on 14.
And actually, it's funny because I've done 2 switches. Cause I've actually gone back to T-Mobile as well.
Which
I was on T-Mobile during my last iPhone.
Which he hated T-Mobile because they screwed him over or something.
Yeah, but now T-Mobile has way better coverage than they used to. They have covered crazy coverage. Anyway, and I actually had to hack that iPhone to actually even get it to work on the network. What was funny about it, because I was having trouble with the final step getting it to actually connect, T-Mobile technicians actually helped me. That I got on the phone with them, even though iPhone wasn't supposed to be on their network. The lead technician got on the phone, was like, "Hey, do this." He's like, "You're running Red Snow, right?" And I went, "Yeah." And I ran the hack and everything. He actually helped me through it, and I actually got it running, which was funny.
That was a long time ago, though.
It was a long time. I don't even know if Red Snow even exists still now. For hacking iPhones, probably doesn't. Anyway, so the big reason. So okay. So one of the big reasons that really did push me at first, everybody knows, is my current phone, my last Android phone. I've never seen this happen with a phone, ever. The Bluetooth receiver actually was dying.
Okay.
I've never seen that happen.
Me neither.
Even if I went like this to my phone, it would cut out from my speakers.
Oh wow.
It was bad.
And that phone wasn't that old.
No. It was weird. It's a weird problem. It's probably it's probably a random fluke.
What was it?
OnePlus Nord 10.
Oh, that was a OnePlus.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, you had that very short time because you had a Nokia before that, right?
Yeah. Oh, don't get me a Nokia. Nokia, I'd like throwing a fire.
Like
Anyway.
all the phones have let him down because he's all about the modding community
Yes.
on Android.
So this is the thing. Why open source / code source? I think it's time. And I know a lot of people that are very high and mighty and like to throw some torches at me for saying this. I think
Nate was one of them.
Yeah, I think it's time for Android to go closed source. The reason why I say that. So, open source is great. I love open source. I am a big proponent. If everything could be running on Linux and Android, oh my God, it'd be a perfect world to me. Okay? But we have a problem. Now, I've never had a problem installing Linux on anything. Ever. Does anybody know the main reason why?
No.
Because drivers are not proprietary, except for, NVIDIA, but they're getting better with that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. And so is AMD with graphic cards and stuff, because those are kind of a little bit proprietary.
Yeah.
So, for the most part, all your other components inside your PC or laptop, in modern Linux, and that's a completely open source version of an operating system that runs your computer, will install instantly on anything. And it has the drivers to go, and boom, and it's running.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean of the 1,000 distros that are out there. It'll just run. Okay? Now, you can't do that with Android. Android is open source. It's completely open source. Google does not lock it down. Anybody can download the source code and modify it. Problem. So you can do this with Pixel phones. Only Pixel phones. And the Nexus phones before them.
And it was supposed to be changed to One UI phones.
Yes. So the one Android phones was a good idea, but a mistake. Because it wasn't harsh enough.
Okay.
So the one stipulation, so the reason why the Pixels are great and you can download and you can just install pretty much any ROM, it'll work great because Google doesn't lock anything down from that phone. All the hardware, the source code, everything's out. You can just go ahead and do what you want. It works perfect. But that's if you're willing to spend the money for a Pixel phone. The problem with the rest of the community is there's about a couple thousand different Android phones. No.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you before.
And a bunch of companies.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's great to have open source. Great, your code, your operating system is all open source. It's free. You can build it the way you want. Awesome. Oh, the company drivers are closed source? Do you mean I can't install my open source OS onto it any way I want? So how is this open source? Doesn't make sense, Beal, does it? No. This is why Google needs to make Android go, you know what? We're done giving you Google, we're allowing you to customize Google. We're done with it. It's time to close it down. Make it closed source. They control the updates. They push out the updates completely.
Then everybody gets them.
Everybody gets them at the same time. And anybody who wants to be part of the ecosystem of Android cannot lock their drivers. They have to give their driver's source code to Google. All of it. Completely all of it.
Which also makes it safer, right?
It does make it safer. It's one company doing it. It's a lot safer. That's why Apple's obviously worked really well. They give their updates even back to, they're still supporting the iPhone 6.
Wow.
So, yeah. And it's time to close it. It's really just time to close. It's just sad because it doesn't make any sense unless you're going to make a stipulation that, and you can't because that goes against the open source policy, kind of the open source kind of ruling kind of thing. It's anybody can do it, which is why companies get away with rebranding and revamping and tweaking the software to where it doesn't look like Android anymore, because they can do what they want because it's open source. But the problem is, big conglomerates love open source up to the point where they can manipulate it and make money on it. And that's the sad part, because if you buy a high-end Android device that's not Pixel, you might be supported for 2 years if you're lucky. If you're lucky. So a little story with Nokia, not that long ago, that was my phone before that. I bought a fairly high-end Nokia phone, and I had about like I don't know. It was supposed to get the next Android, right? It was almost guaranteed. They kept, oh, we're having a delay. It's okay. It's going to be a month. Okay. A month goes by. 2 months go by. 3 months go by. Year go by. 2 years go by. And then eventually it just didn't happen. There's just dead silence from Nokia. Oh, we're just not doing, even though it was an Android 1 device. Supposed to get the update, guaranteed. 6 months at the max. That's the rules of being an Android 1 device. So if the stipulations, if Google said, listen, okay, you can be part of the Android 1 community, you can call your phone an Android 1, but that update has to be out in a month, no less. And if it doesn't, we're going to grant your customer a refund, and then we're going to get the money from you. You know how fast those updates would have actually came out if they did that?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So now, after all that, I think it's time. Android needs to close. Google needs to control it 100%. It's great that it's open source for people that have pixels. That's fine. Have fun. But it needs to close. It's done with the modifying. I mean, I don't tinker as much as I used to, but I've just gotten frustrated with it mostly because that's why I don't tinker as much, because I got frustrated with communities giving up on a phone because the actual manufacturers wouldn't give the source code so they can give the updates that the manufacturers wouldn't do. And Google can't because they don't have the code either. So, yeah, it's useless. So I actually got an iPhone, and I'm probably sticking with iPhone for a little while now because of that. Because it gets constant updates. It runs smooth. I don't have to worry about any of the other crap. No memory issues, none of that.
I'm not ready.
Not ready. And
I love my camera.
And if you don't, and if you don't know, Apple is completely customizable now. Anyway, let me bring up my screen, and I don't know how many you can actually see the screen.
Hold on.
Ooh, let's get So as you can see, it's hard to tell that between an Android device nowadays. So yeah, they are fully customizable. No, for the most part, if you know what you're doing, along with a very detailed widget. Like I have one of the big things I like widgets that tell me a lot of data, and especially with weather. So I have like a crazy weather widget here that tells me every little statistic about what's going on with the weather right now, including cloud cover, like barometric pressure, all that stuff, which is kind of cool. And you can actively just do that. You can just download these things now and just put them on your screen.
Is there anything that you can't do on that phone that you wish you still could, besides like getting free apps?
I would say I haven't done it in a long time, and there's only a few people that watch the show that even know what I would be talking about. Think of what I could do with an Android phone that's rooted. I could do some pen testing, but I'm not sure. There might be a way to do pen testing on an Apple phone, but that's about it though. So, but that's for where my level is. So, I mean, yeah. So that's my take on it. I think it's time, people. And I know there's some venture people out there that love their open source, but if you just look at it rationally, you'll see it's just not working. It's not working.
So, hell has frozen over twice here at Tech Prime Studios.
Yes.
Q got an iPad.
Yes.
From years of dealing with Samsung tablets, which are just not that good. The problem with a Samsung tablet, it's just a giant phone.
Yeah.
An iPad is a different OS.
Yes, completely.
It just looks different. It runs different. It should, like, the newer ones should just be a MacBook tablet.
Yeah.
So yeah, but like, I personally, I like Macs. I don't have an iPhone because I just liked the customization of my phone, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm just like the cameras on the iPhones are great, but what mine can do and that one can't are two different things. But like I love the MacBook. This thing is freaking great. The fact that I could stream. All you people saying you can't game. Well, we played retro games, but we streamed them right from this.
Yes,
it's
we did.
an M1.
Yeah, we did.
M1 Pro or something like that.
M1s are super powerful.
Yeah,
It's great. Yeah.
I haven't done any editing, but I'd like to see what it looks like. Yeah. Like you'll have to edit some video.
I
on
cannot
this.
wait for because DaVinci Resolve is coming because Resolve Con happened like a month ago. Okay, had a lot of cool announcements that were coming up to the software, but the big announcement was that DaVinci Resolve is coming to the iPad.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Ben actually called me yesterday, and he was like, asked about Metallica, which is a couple topics from now, because there's a concert coming, and we talked about DaVinci, and he was like, "Hey, if you get a DaVinci camera, can I have a copy?" I'm like, "No, I only get 2 copies." Yeah, what if like you give me your email and I can log in? I'm like, "I don't know how it works. I truly don't know how it works." So I'll let you know.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
that's a good question,
but
I'm not sure
because
I think it's a physical. I think it's an actual physical key in the software.
So what's been going on is his here's an issue with his GoPro. He's recording at the wrong format.
Oh, so we were right.
He's recording in HVAC. MVAC, HVAC, instead of MP4.
Okay.
And every time they film a video, they got to convert it. I'm like, because DaVinci doesn't accept HVAC, the free one.
Okay.
So I'm like, I don't know. We used our GoPro, and so I must have it set up right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you gotta go in the settings and change that. There's no reason. No, no. But I did tell him about the whole when you go in and you gotta make sure the video is editing at 60 frames or whatever frames you want to do. But yeah, he wants DaVinci. He wants DaVinci, but he needs a new computer.
Oh yeah, he needs.
He needs a really safer computer because he's asking Woody for help, and I'm like, oh man.
Oh well.
But like the reason I plan on I'm one to build my I like building my own rigs, but it's still hard to get everything you need at once.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna cave in and get a prefab, but it's gonna be what I want in it. It's not. I'm not gonna get it from Best Buy or something. I'm gonna pick out what I want.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So Samsung and iFixit are actually teaming up, or have teamed up already. So, and since they've teamed up, they're actually making an app, a kind of like self-repair assistant app. Samsung filed the rights to the smartphone app called Self Repair Assistant with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Association. Samsung seems to be working on a new self-repair app. Customers looking to fix their own devices. The company's submissions in the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office for Self Repair Assistant includes a blue Samsung-styled Android app icon that has a gear and a wrench within it. Samsung's applications described, I think people are going to get that confused with settings anyway. Samsung applications describe the self-repair assistant as a computer application software for mobile phones and for self-repair, self-maintenance, and self-installation of devices, including smartphones, smartwatches, tablets, computers, and earbuds. The trademark office is currently waiting to examine the application, which I think is a great idea. But the one thing, are they going to show you how to repair the Samsung phones?
Maybe it will bring you to the website. Because on the website,
iFixit
it'll bring you to
all that data. I've used iFixit tons of times.
The funny thing is, for the most part, cell phones in general are very easy to repair.
Yes.
It's just taking them apart. Actually, it's just taking the screen off that's the pain in the ass.
You just need a heat gun.
Yeah. Everything else is screws.
Yeah.
And it just plugs into everything.
Yeah.
It's not like... Is there any soldered anymore in that, like if you bought a part to fix your phone, would you have to solder anything? I think it's all ribbon cables, right?
It's all ribbon cables, yeah.
Or those click-in things.
Yeah. But if you want to replace your battery in an iPhone, you're going to need a
It's a special, isn't it?
Not a solder, a welding station.
Which they're renting, aren't they?
Because you actually have to to replace the battery now in an iPhone, because if you just go and change the battery, you can go ahead and do that. Your iPhone won't work great because it'll keep on giving you an error. Oh, there's a component wrong, and it won't give you your battery percentage. It'll just say it's dead all the time.
Oh, it's like getting a.
You have to take
Canon
apart.
battery.
You have to take apart the battery. There's a chip that's on the inside of the cable. You have to take that off, cut it off, and then weld it back onto a new battery.
You can't. Is that like an aftermarket battery, or what if you get like an OEM battery?
No. So if you look, there's video.
Every battery has its own proprietary chip to that particular phone.
Yeah. This one guy I watched that repairs a lot of phones. He literally bought 2 iPhone 14s.
Yeah.
Just switched the batteries, put them back together, and they both would not recognize the battery. Nor would face recognition not work. Nor would the camera barely work anymore.
That's they're being sneaky as hell.
And that's any component.
That's on purpose.
Yeah, that's any component.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, that's on purpose because of the laws they're making with you should be able to fix your own device.
Yeah.
They're doing whatever they can to avoid that.
Oh yeah, no. Eventually, it's going to be pushed where they can't do that shit. I hope it gets pushed.
Yeah.
So this will be cool. We'll see what happens with that. But the big news, Bazinga's been waiting to talk about Metallica new album. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun.
I'm so excited. I was so overwhelmed listening to this song. Have you heard it yet?
No, I haven't listened to it yet.
What?
I know. I know.
You of all people, it is so free Black Album.
Oh, nice. I need to listen to it.
Oh my god, I'm not letting you leave here without listening to it. It is so good. Like, I was like, Mary walks into me and I'm like almost teary-eyed and he's like, "What's your problem? Are you okay, man?" I'm like, "It's Metallica. It's been since 2016."
Yeah.
Oh, it's fun. It's a really fun song. I really like like their album cover.
Yeah.
And they also it's called The 72 Seasons. It comes out in April, which is like a decade from now.
Over a decade, but okay.
But they had their I need to order this. I forgot I need to order this because the vinyl. I want to get the vinyl.
Oh yeah.
I wish there was no special edition though. The only thing that was different was one has like whatever the records look like, and the yellow one sold out. I think.
Yeah.
I have to double check, but yeah. See, pre-order, you can get a T-shirt and shit. But yeah, the only problem with when you order stuff from Metallica, it's like so expensive for the shit because you have to pay for shipping. You shouldn't have to pay for shipping. Period. Like, come on, man. If you're spending $250 on that damn Black album I bought, why am I paying shipping? But they also announced their concert. Mm-hmm. Now I don't know if these are just placeholder numbers, but holy Christ, please, like, not be the actual price. So they one side I got into Ticketmaster and it just says we'll release them on the Friday or whatever. But I was on another link for Ticketmaster and it was like showing me the price was like $289 and up.
Yeah, probably.
That's across the stadium.
Yeah. No, okay. So, no, prices are pretty crazy. Like, I went to see Word Runa.
Yep.
In October, which is not as big as Metallica, but I love Word Runa.
Yeah.
They're a Nordic folk band.
Yep.
So, and the seats that were like, we were in the box seats on the side, and it was a total of, I think I paid total almost $200 for 2 tickets. That's after all the fees and stuff.
In 2001, I paid $100 for a Metallica ticket and thought it was crazy.
Yeah, no.
I know it's been
21
years, but
I'm not sure why nobody wanted the box seats, but they were actually fairly cheap compared to the rest of them. All the other seats were minimum $120.
Yeah,
and then the seats that were literally like right in front of the mezzanine or in the front stage were like $300 to $400.
Like, people are blaming. They're like, "Oh, Metallica, they don't need that money." But it's
Ticketmaster.
It's not them. Yeah, it's Ticketmaster.
They're
They're trying to stop the scalping, but it's we can't afford it. Come on.
Well, it's funny that I'm sure you saw people are calling for the end of Ticketmaster after the whole debacle that happened with Taylor Swift.
The Taylor Swift thing, and then the When We Were Young tour.
Yeah.
That shit was
Like,
expensive.
the thing is, I don't get.
I'm Italian.
So
all these concerts.
in our modern age, why do we need a middleman? Why can't these bands just manage their own tickets? Why can't these venues manage their own tickets?
Yeah, it'd be more the venues, not the band. But yeah.
But why can't it just be the band and the venue?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's capable now. You don't need the middleman anymore.
Because oh my god,
The middleman needs to go away. Ticketmaster needs to end.
So, a few years ago, before the Big C, they had a concert in Gillette Stadium.
Yeah.
I wanted to go, but it was $500 for the big ticket. Meet and greet, meet the people, do this, whatever, get autographs or whatever. $500, which I was like, man. If I go, I'd have to get myself a ticket. I'd probably have to buy another ticket for whoever, because I'm not going to go to a concert by myself.
Yeah.
It's stupid. Especially if I'm traveling to get there. So like, okay, so $1,000 I'd have to drop. It's not that bad. I regret not doing it now.
Oh, yeah.
Because they announced their special Metallica experience. Depending on the venue, you get like the backstage passes and all that stuff. Or not backstage passes. Hold on. Let me find the thing. Continue. I must find it. I have the link.
Yeah, no, in general, in some rare cases you can actually find venues selling tickets and they're way cheaper sometimes, and it's not done by Ticketmaster, and it's so much cheaper. Like, there's actually one concert I might go to because a friend of mine needs redemption. Because he was kicked out the last time we were there. So he wants redemption, and we never got to see the Scottish metal band that we were going to go see.
Okay.
And those tickets weren't that bad. We actually might go to this one. And those are only like $50 a piece, which isn't bad. So, and we're seeing like 3 metal bands with it. So, yeah, it's like 3 or 4 metal bands. So, yeah. It's it's decent price. I mean, but yeah, anything through Ticketmaster, I despise Ticketmaster. They need to go. They just need to go. Anytime I've ever bought something through Ticketmaster, I'm just like, and then nowadays, like the fee and the fee and the fee and the FU fee and the WTF fee and the whatever fee, it's like, come on. You're a website middleman selling tickets to a venue you have nothing to do with at all. Like, what fee are you charging? And your fee and your...
Where's my phone?
So, yeah.
Let's see. I know it's on my phone because I sent it to you guys, but nobody looked at it right here.
Oh.
All right. It's called We Are Super Company. Come on, load.
Super Company?
Yeah, I don't freaking know. The Enhanced Experience. So there's the Nothing Else Matters experience. The Nothing Else Matters Snake Pit experience. Moth into Flame Snake Pit experience. One experience, Frantic, Secret Detroit. The top of the line, the best of the best, you get. Okay. One backstage meet and greet experience with 2 members of the band, which includes a photo taken by the photographer and a group conversation with members of the band. Band members will vary to show to show. So that had a little asterisk, okay?
Okay.
So the asterisk 1. Band member participation will vary show by show and is not announced prior to the event. Only 1 meet and greet per weekend package purchased. All right. So you get that. 1 production tour led by a crew member and an on-stage photo. Only 1 backstage tour per weekend package purchased per weekend purchased. 1 ticket into the Snake Pit, which is the standing section in the middle of the stage, which would be cool.
Yeah.
Party with other Metallica fans both nights at the official Black Box pre-show lounge, which includes 3 complimentary beverages and appetizers and bar snacks. 2 limited edition show-specific posters, 1 autograph set list featuring all of the songs played at both the shows, 1 ticket, 1 merchandise item, and MP3 to both of the shows, express lane at designated merch, on-site priority check-in, dedicated support staff, and fast track lane to the venue. How much? Oh, and like it's under the fine print. They're not signing autographs. You get that 1 autograph.
$2,500.
$32.22 to $43.98.
Wow, I thought I was highballing it. Damn.
That is bullshit.
Wow.
Yeah, like, man, $500 seems like
That's
breakfast.
Pocket change now.
Oh, I'm so mad.
Oh, man.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Like, oh, man.
Well, even like Metallica's in everything now. I was recently, what show was I watching? We were watching another show. Oh, Wednesday.
Really?
Yeah. Metallica, song was in that. Like an acoustic version.
Oh, okay.
I was like, what the hell? I think it was actually the Apocalyptica version, though.
Okay.
Of a song, so. But anyway, still, I was like, oh my god. Like another show with Metallica in it.
And then there's the other ones, like, so there's that package. Then the Moth and the Flame one, it just doesn't have the meet and greet in the production tour. And then there's the one experience, which is $830 to $1,098, which has a premium reserve seat in the first few rows of the lower bowl. So we don't even get the snake. It's not the snake pit.
Yeah.
Then there's a Frantic, which is $400 to $600. Seek and Destroy, $518 to $700. Yeah.
Oh
so
my God.
the lowest cool ticket, and that's premium reserve seat in the lower bowl, one merchandise item, express lane, and on-site perks. That's it for
yeah.
$500 to $700.
Fuck that. No way.
No
way. I would not pay you that much.
I was telling Ben. I was on the phone with Ben and I was talking about this. I'm like, for $3,200, I know this is raunchy, but somebody better be giving me a blowy on the way in the line. I said, Jesus, that's a lot of money. Like $5,000? Come on.
No, that's ridiculous.
Oh,
That's
my-
ridiculous.
Wow.
No.
That's
I
a
mean,
lot of
I
money.
understand Metallica's big and they're like all over everything and they were on Stranger Things and everything else. I understand that. But still.
Which is funny. One of the partners in the Dorkening podcast network are called Hellfire.
Yes.
What a coincidence.
I know. And they have their own like streaming platform, I guess, too?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so the last topic really quick. So there's a new Grinch movie. I have never been more excited for a Christmas movie in my life.
I'm kind of excited for the other one there.
What one?
The one with the guy from Stranger Things. Where is it? He plays Santa Claus.
I didn't see that.
Oh,
I didn't see that.
It's fun.
Okay.
It looks
no, but like this is the Grinch, not the Grinch you think. The guy playing the Grinch, to give you a hint, is the guy who played the clown in Terrifier 2 that just came out recently.
Which is supposed to be like the scariest movie.
Oh, it's a B-rated horror movie that did way better than it should have been.
Did you see it?
Yeah. Oh my God,
It's called
great.
The Mean One.
He's called the Mean One. Yeah. Oh man, it looks so good. This is like a girl remembers, like it goes back in time, like it shows like it's like the beginning of the Grinch movie, right? The real Grinch movie, the regular one, and then it stops like that's not what happened, and then it shows all of a sudden it cuts. And this little girl comes down the stairs. This guy's like murdering her family. He's a mean one. So it's like that's not what happened in the Grinch movie. This is what happened.
It makes more sense.
Yes.
Now, is it somebody dressed up like the Grinch, or is he?
Well, we don't know.
Do they show him in the trailer?
Yeah.
Oh, they do. Okay.
Yeah, you can't tell either way. But anyway,
Is this the same people that did the Winnie the Pooh one?
no, that was done in literally. They shot that in a week.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how they shot a movie in a week, but they did.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so yeah, then it goes to forward in time, and they're going to that same town again. They're going to Whoville for their Christmas party thing, whatever. And it's like a real family. It's done like a real like regular movie, like a Hallmark movie kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's starting to have like fears of like what happened when she was a kid and everything else, and everything that happened. And then he starts showing like signs start showing up that he's going to come back and destroy. And they're always like, "Oh no, we're the Christmas massacre, whatever year it was, it ain't going to happen again." Like the sheriff's trying to like tell her it's going to be okay, everything. And then obviously he shows up and like, oh, it looks so good. Oh, is this how people feel for regular Christmas movies? Because I'm excited. when they hear about a new Hallmark movie coming out about Christmas, is this how they feel? Somebody's got to do that. They got to make a series. They got to make a channel. Maybe not call it Hallmark because they'd probably get sued. But hint to Hallmark, like the Hallmark Massacres or something. Horrormark or something. And to just do spoofs of Hallmark movies into horror movies. It'd be great.
You should contact one of the other people in this the network. They like horror.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know he
You
does.
should be
I know
on
he
their,
does.
on their show.
I know he does, yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. So, absolutely looks great. I can't wait. But anyway, this is the end of this episode. So, as you know, we're part of the Dorkening Network now. We'd like to thank them. This is our first episode as being partnered with Dorkening. So, thank everybody out in the Dorkening Network right now that shared out this episode of the podcast live. And if you haven't checked us out live ever, twitch.tv/TechPrimeMedia. Go check us out live. We also are streaming to pretty much all our social platforms right now. So Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, all of it. We are streaming to right now. So if you haven't checked us out live, you can check us out live and join in the chat. And you'd better be in the chat on Twitch or on Facebook, because that way we can really interact with you if you want to. Let us know any things or have an opinion on something. We might read it on air, maybe. So, yeah. But thank you, everybody, for joining us. And this has been this week of Talking Gaming and Tech. We will be back in 2 weeks. So this is a bi-weekly podcast. So, yeah, thank you all for watching. And until next week.
For the latest and greatest in gaming and tech, Tech Prime Media. We'll see you next time.